ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the final draw, round robin draw of the 2018 New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of Hearts, and we're here at Curl Moncton on the corner of Lockhart Avenue. My name is Marianne Power, and I'm here with Mickey Mazero.
Hi, nice to be here.
Yes. So we're down to the wire, Mickey. So this is the final round robin draw. So today we'll be featuring the game between Sylvie Robichaud and Jennifer Armstrong, and we'll keep you updated with the scores on the other sheets as well. The one really important game will be between Sarah Mallet and Justine Como. So that game will be huge as far as deciding whether or not there's going to be any tiebreakers. And on the other sheet will be Samantha Crook and Shannon Tatlock. So they're just putting the chamois on the ice right now, and as soon as they're done that, we'll be getting going with this final game.
I'm looking forward to a very nice, exciting game. Two teams with lots of experience, and
yeah, they both have a 3-1 record. So I believe, Mickey, the winner of this game goes right into the finals, and depending on what happened between the Mallet-Como game, will decide.
Yes, that's second game, Mallet and Como. It's a very important game.
It is.
For all the four teams.
Actually, I shouldn't say that the winner of this game goes right to the finals, because if Mallet wins her game,
yeah, exactly,
and Robichaud wins her game, I think the way it goes is Mallet goes to the finals, because in the round robin play, Mallet beat Robichaud. So I stand to be corrected on that. So we'll have to wait till the very end to see
what's
positioning and what's going to happen, and whether or not we're going to see any tiebreakers. So Jennifer Armstrong does have the hammer. She covered the pin totally with this, so I believe she's going to have hammer in the first end. And as you said, Mickey, we have two experienced teams here, so we're going to see some really good curling this afternoon.
Oh, absolutely. Lots of experience between all the players, right from skip to first stone, and on both teams. So it's exciting to see this wonderful talent right here at Moncton.
Exactly. And this, the Scotties Tournament of Hearts is played a little earlier than it normally is, and mainly because of the Olympics. Because the Olympics this year, it's an Olympic year, so all the Scotties across the country are being played earlier. And the winner of this championship will be going to Penticton, BC, and the Nationals will be between January 27th and February 4th. So they've got a short turnover to get ready for Nationals. Yeah,
usually the Olympics are only every 4 years, so we don't change our schedules. But
exactly. So they're playing probably going to be conservative play here for the first few ends.
Yes, it looks like put one in the house and then see what the other team does and then react to that.
Katie Forward is the lead for Jennifer Armstrong's team, looking to remove that rock that was put there by Sylvie's team.
And a nice roll out, no?
No, just out of the rings, yep.
Okay, just getting to know the ice.
And from what we've seen, the speed's been pretty quick right across, and it's been pretty quick for the whole 10 ends.
Right, yep.
It's been holding up, so that's nice. It's good because at least the sweepers can really bring the rocks into the rings.
Right, exactly. On draws, we've been getting split hog to hog at 14 plus, so it's nice ice and lots of curl.
Kendra Lister is throwing her second rock for Sylvie Robichaud's team. And from what we've seen, Mickey, on this sheet, when it gets close to the hog line, the rock really carves in towards the center, which it did, because it was well on that 4-foot line, and it just went just beyond the.
Exactly. I love it when the rock finishes well at the end. You can really time your sweeping, and when the rock starts to curl. Of course, it's a skip job to see that.
Exactly. Katie Forward with her second rock, being asked to remove this rock that was put there by Kendra. Nicely done. It's going to stick around. Oh, One of those little ones that curves
Yes,
right in there, just a
exactly,
nibbler.
yeah, that last little curl.
So Sylvie can't leave that alone. She's not going to leave it alone. She's going to
Oh, for
to
sure.
deal with it. So
Nicole is throwing a takeout. And they don't have to throw big takeout weights here. A lot of control weights I've seen so far this weekend, instead of throwing all the big weights and stuff like that.
exactly, and it seems pretty consistent right across the sheet. So there's no buildup of the frost at all. So nice roll there by
shot,
Nicole.
yep.
Nice shot. So Jamie Ward now throwing for the Armstrong team. So she's going to go from the outside in. So we'll get to see how the rocks are going to curl in that way. I haven't seen too many from that way, mostly inside out.
Right.
And as you said, Mickey, that nice control weight, so that you can
exactly,
give the sweepers a chance to get on it. Nice weight by Jamie.
Exactly, and if you roll, there's a good chance of rolling and staying in the house instead of throwing the big weights.
And rolling out, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Now Sylvie's giving Nicole a little bit less ice than what
exactly,
Jennifer
yeah.
gave Jamie. So
She might be looking for a bigger roll towards the center as well.
that's right, probably a bigger roll, and perhaps Nicole might be throwing a bit more weight than Jamie. There's a few factors that come into play with this.
Yes, exactly. It looks pretty good from here.
It does.
It's a
Nice
nose.
weight.
So. Good shot again. The idea is to force the other team to one, so you can have the hammer in the second end
Exactly.
and go from there. It's a little early to discuss which end you want to score in, the first or second, or the even or the odd ends, but coming to the sixth and eighth ends, you really want to control the scoreboard. And
Exactly. And the first few ends, too, you want to get your feet underneath you. Even though you have that 10-minute warm-up practice, you get to see a little bit of the ice, but you certainly don't have the opportunity to see all the rocks right across the sheet. So
exactly, yeah.
So
right.
Jamie was successful in removing that, and just off the rings there. So Sylvie's going to elect to ask Melissa, to draw, and she's going to get a feel for draw weight.
Right. The ice has been pretty consistent all weekend so far, so it shouldn't take them very long to pick up the speed of the ice, the draws. And
That's right.
one thing you don't want to see is sweepers walking down the ice.
Standing
you like to
back.
see them work a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want them to stand back at the hog line, so a little bit heavy for Melissa. So it's it's like you said, you want to see the sweepers
exactly
dusting or cleaning or doing something with it. So it's difficult, and
see Armstrong's going for around the corner guard. She got to use it.
Yeah. And great job by the ice with Chris Tapley was brought in to work on the ice this week. So he and his crew have done a really nice job from what we can tell with the ice. It's nice and keen, straight across, and it seems to be holding up for 10 ends. And there's been quite a few extra end games as well. So
yes,
seems to have held up.
Samantha Crooked 3, I think, extra in games.
Well, that really curled over there.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if she
Did it
started
ever.
that or not, but that really moved. So Melissa's going to have a chance to
Redeem herself.
and try to put one in the ring. So for sure she'll be having less weight than her first one. So get the sweepers going here.
Yep. And it looks better now. The sweepers at least are looking at it and keeping it clean. And
that's right. So 2 experienced sweepers there with Nicole and Kendra.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, this is like a full second slower than the first one, so she should be pretty good with this one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's for sure.
So about 14.5 is what
Looks like
what we're
back
getting,
4.
hog to hog, and this is a touch behind right on the tee line, I guess.
Yeah.
So Jillian Keogh is now throwing for Jennifer Armstrong. And this is Jillian's first rock. Looking to remove that rock that was just put there by Melissa Adams.
Looks like she's going to get a roll out of it. It's curling quite a bit,
It's
even
curling,
with that
yeah.
nice weight. Oh, it
Yeah.
over-curled.
Going to roll out.
Again, it's all about getting to know the ice and what it's
Yeah.
going to do at certain spots here and there, but
Yeah.
it's been pretty consistent all weekend, so once you learn it, it should be good the whole game that way. Sylvie coming down and throw her first.
First rock. Oh, that was Jillian's second rock. Sorry. So Sylvie looking at drawing into the ring, so she has the opportunity to try to get her
Exactly, yeah.
her draw weight right from the get-go. And Sylvie's been pretty strong with her draw weight during this championship. We've seen her make some
Exactly,
clutch,
and she's
clutch
going for
draws,
the center of the house, or somewhat the center of the house, and putting it way outside so they can't hit, and the other team can't hit and roll.
Yes, exactly.
It'd be a tough hit and roll. It's further outside the center of the ice would be better for them.
Exactly.
There's it's starting to go now.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Yep. Got a top 8, good sweeping, good judgment. I've seen good judgment all week from all the team.
So Jennifer here can still get a bit of a roll if they call it right, and she can still still it's at the top of the ring. So she's got with that angle, she can still get a roll behind those.
She's got a long ways to go, but it's not impossible.
It's not. No, it's not. So when we know that it's going to curl over here, so it's just a matter of being very careful as far as for Jillian to call the sweepers on.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have Jamie and Katie sweeping for Jennifer.
All right.
Fair amount of weight here for Jennifer.
Yes. Yeah, nice control weight it looks like, and
Yep.
not curling quite as much as the
Well, it's staying right there,
first
isn't it?
one, but it's coming.
Nose hit.
Okay, nose hit. As long as you make it go away.
Make it go away. That's the primary thing. Make it go
Yeah.
away, and that'll be Sylvie's
Exactly.
thought process here. Make it go away, and so if she nose hits, I'm not sure if she'll be in the rings or not.
I'm not sure. It's hard to tell
So,
from here if the rock is slightly outside or.
Yeah, it depends where she hits it. She could be nibbling the rings if she.
A little roll will guarantee being in rings and making Armstrong throw her last rock with a
to
purpose.
hit. Yeah, exactly. Sylvie with her second shot
Second
here.
shot, yeah.
Brusher's getting on it right away. Well, that's really moving. I wonder if she
it's
threw
really
it in a little
curling.
bit, maybe?
She took a little less ice
A
than.
little less ice. Oh, she's going to get the roll. Is it gonna
Actually,
Oh, wow.
well, a big break there,
Nice shot.
forcing Armstrong to draw
Forcing
for
Armstrong
one.
to draw for one. Yep.
So that
That
roll
was
was
real
there.
nice roll. So that roll, yep, that roll was there. We'll see the rock being at the top of the rings. It's easier to
Exactly, yeah.
try to get that long. It's a long roll, but you
Yes.
just have to
Yeah.
hit it just at the right spot. So that was
Yeah.
nicely done. I don't think that was the called shot, but
But
it worked.
yeah, it really curled a lot. But the bonus is the roll.
The bonus is a
You
roll,
hit it
exactly.
first, and then
Exactly. And here it worked out for her because now she's got the force.
exactly. And this is her first draw since the practice, though. But she had the practice draw right down to
To the button.
the button. So
So we'll see where we
see
go with
how-
this. So
but she's got the full 8 and part of the 12 to hit. So
yeah. And we found right about at this spot here, just
yeah,
before
it
the hog
starts
line,
to
it
really
starts to
curl.
move. So with it moving, she should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
14 and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good shot.
Nicely done.
Nicely done. So Armstrong picks up one in the first, and
Draw weight down there. So it's nice to get that. So she'll have to keep that in her back pocket
Exactly,
in case she needs it later on for sure.
well, she's done it 3 times, twice in her practice, and once here. So
Exactly. And the practice, it was coming towards the
our window,
glass.
yep.
So
Yeah.
so she's done it both ways now. So kudos to her.
Exactly. I love this little discussions they have after every end.
Yeah.
Let them know that they're on the same page and
Exactly, and
a little plan.
yeah, the plan's always discussed. What
Exactly.
they're going to do next. So
Yeah.
so Katie forward will be throwing lead for Armstrong's team.
Exactly. And I see a lot of cleaning before the shot and during the shot even. It's very important that when somebody throws a rock, whether it's heavy, you can always clean it. And
Just goes to show, Mickey, that first end was kept fairly clean, and with those two yellow rocks
Yes,
over way on the
exactly.
wing there,
Exactly.
you never know what you can hide around.
Yeah.
Jennifer out to help Jillian to bring this
Looks
rock
like,
in.
So they're trying to put it in. And
Yeah, you can really drag these rocks too with the ice being so
so
keen.
it's going to be a very nice guard. Or
Just in the rings.
Looks like it's in here.
It does look
looks
like
like
it's
it,
in rings. Yeah, because
she's playing
Sylvie's
it,
going after it. So
Has to be in. A tough shot to get those tight guards and the number one guards just over the hog line, the long guards.
exactly. And each team has 38 minutes to play.
Right.
And they each have two 90-second timeouts. So they have 90 seconds because that gives the coaches a chance for travel time. So
Right.
so it's up to the coach how fast or how slow they want to be getting on the
Exactly,
ice.
yeah.
So they've got they have time to get out there. So so that seems to be fair for everybody. So nose hit here for
There's an advantage
Kendra.
for Armstrong here.
Yep. So now she can
She's
go.
going to
she
take
can go around.
advantage right away.
Exactly.
A lot of teams will throw a second guard, but it's an option.
It's an option. Yeah. And Katie just threw a top ring
Exactly.
stone. So.
Yep.
And even if she's a little short here, Mickey, it's not a bad thing.
No, exactly. Yep. Short's always better than long, and
Exactly. Exactly.
it looks a little hot. Sweepers aren't looking at it, aren't touching it at all. So
Well, she put a little bit more weight on it, maybe because she realized she only had the one sweeper, not
Right.
realizing Jamie was on her way out. So she put a
Okay.
little bit more weight on it, so that Jillian didn't have to sweep it this time. So
exactly. Yeah.
kind of slid more into the rings.
Again, there's an option. So if you could have removed her rock, or draw around it, she opted to go around it. So.
Well, especially where Jennifer's rock slid just behind the tee line. So
Yeah.
this gives Sylvia a chance to come top 4 foot behind her own front stone there.
Yeah,
So
top four would be perfect. So, and that guard's her guard, her rock. She can always use it for
exactly.
bumping up, or this looks like a curling quite a bit. Sweepers are going at it.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah,
She's by that front stone.
Yeah.
Just a matter of how deep it's
weight
going to go.
is, good judgment by the sweepers. Good shot.
I'm not sure if she shot rock, but you know what? At this point, it
Does,
doesn't.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
not the purpose. The purpose is to get those rocks in there. So
Exactly.
so Jennifer looking to eliminate that front stone.
Right.
Jennifer's indicating that the blue's shot, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think she's asked Jamie to do either or, like try to get that rock that was just put there
Okay.
by Sylvie's team, and
They
the
can't
option.
remove that top one, no.
Yep, yeah, they can.
Is it the
Yeah,
fourth rock?
this is second stones. Yeah, this is
Okay.
rock number 5. Yeah, yeah.
So either one would be
Either one is good. Yeah,
maybe opening the game up a little bit. Let's go.
that's good.
Plan B.
Plan B. Yep. Nope. That's right. And you always have a number of plans
Exactly,
going
yeah.
into every ends. Sometimes you can go through the alphabet looking at different plans.
Such as curling. There's a lot of options sometimes out there, and sometimes there's no options. You know,
Exactly.
just one shot to be made, and that's it.
Yeah. So Sylvia asking Nicole to
Yep.
put another one in the rings here. So hopefully to get second shot.
All right.
So Kendra and Melissa
Yeah.
bringing that rock in. So
She's
it's,
asking to come deep.
yeah, because she really doesn't want to have a double setup. So
Right.
nice weight.
Beauty.
Nice shot.
Right where she was tapping the room.
Yeah. So it's very difficult to double those off.
Good shot by Nicole. Nicole, a very experienced player. She's been around quite a while. Actually, she was in the juniors with Sylvie a few years ago.
So Jennifer asking Jamie to remove this rock and hopefully sit there. Nice weight.
No
A little bit of a roll, which is fine. That's perfect.
Yep. Sylvie can play the same thing.
Nice weight.
I like the flop a little bit.
Yeah, the flop
Makes the
towards the
roll,
outside, exactly, because otherwise the closer she gets towards center, she's going to give Jennifer a chance to double those off. So she wants to try to stay away from the doubles, so and split the rocks around. And as far as trying to generate her two.
To get at it.
Yeah, she might have. Looks like she was a little tight on that.
It looks like the nose, or maybe even less of the nose. And get the roll inside.
Roll inside, yeah.
Gotta go. Yep.
So this gives Jennifer the opportunity to just hit it just off center and perhaps double those off. So Jillian is throwing her first rock for Team Armstrong.
Yep. Double is definitely there, and that's what she's calling.
It is,
so.
yeah.
The option is to jam the blue in the 8-foot to the one in biting the button, but sit their shooter right there. The rock and play, your rock can always be used later. A lot of planning going on in curling.
There is. Fair amount of weight coming down here for Jillian.
It looks like the takeout.
With the brushes on.
It looks like it's going to be a nice shot.
Oh.
That close.
That's okay.
Yep, that's good.
Still
Her
got
rock stayed in the house, the shooters stay there, and they can use and
make use of it. Sylvia looking at it.
Melissa getting ready for her first shot.
Yeah, and Sylvie indicated here she'd like to roll a little bit off to the side to again make that
double
a little
harder.
Yeah.
You got the hammer. You want to be setting two at any time during the end. So.
Exactly.
Looks like a takeout weight. It's to curl a little bit.
It's going to be pretty good, isn't it? Not sure if she's going to stick around, though.
Yeah. The object was to stick around, but
stick around just off.
You say the first thing you got to get rid of that other rock, and then the roll's bonus. So.
Roll's a bonus. So this gives Jennifer the opportunity to get Jillian to hit and stick. Just to give an update on the scores on the other sheet, Samantha Crook took 3 in the first stand over Tatlock, so it's Crook's leading 3-0. And on the other sheet, Justine Como took 1 in the first stand, and she's leading 1-0 over Mallet.
Right.
Sarah Mallet.
Looks like we have a nice shot coming here. And a roll out.
Roll out as well, yeah. Yeah, the rings are pretty lively, but I think that's a bit more weight, though. I think than
they're throwing a takeout weight,
than what Jennifer
not the control one.
Yeah, yeah. And with that, the rocks and the striking bands too are smaller on the rocks, so they're gonna pop a bit more. The
rocks are fairly new. I think there's only a couple of years on them.
Yes, exactly. So the striking band is still fairly narrow, so the rocks are really gonna pop when they hit. So Melissa has a chance to
second shot to draw the tee line on the outside. Give him a different shot, different look at.
Different parts of the ice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not curling very much.
The sweepers
just walking and watching.
So when you walk behind, you kind of hope that you're going to pull it back some.
Yeah, exactly. It never works, but...
No, but the hope is there, though.
Yeah. Well,
it's hanging on in the back, yeah.
Armstrong really has to play it now. You don't want to give the advantage to the other team if you can't help that, you know.
Yeah, try to keep them away from their draw weight. You don't want them to get too comfortable with that.
Exactly, right.
As a skip, that's what you want.
Make them do what you want them to do and
exactly
control the game. Doesn't always go your way, but
the attempt's there.
Yeah. be flexible. Armstrong throwing her first takeout. The ice to me indicates the takeout weight, so.
Well, she indicated a little bit more, so I think she gave it a little bit extra.
Yeah, exactly. That
It's
little
not-
extra.
it's not
Sometimes
moving
there's
right
a little
now.
flick on the outside, and
Yeah.
but it looks like she's going to get a little piece of it, and just enough. It's just
Wow.
enough to get it out, and
Just enough to remove it.
yeah. So Sylvie going down to put another one there.
And so if you're Sylvie, you want to go on this side as well, because Jennifer could make the mistake and jam it on the
Exactly.
back yellow one there.
Yeah,
And then she could get her deuce that way. So
exactly. Yeah.
so we'll see where she how deep she wants to go
You
with
want to
this.
look at all the advantages that you can have.
Absolutely.
You know, especially at this level, any chance you have of getting one up on the other team, that's
Exactly. And when you're that close to the rings too, it's easier to try
exactly. Yep.
to try to go that route, because you never know what can happen.
So we've been getting a good split time, 14 plus, hog to hog. And Sylvie throwing her first shot.
Like someone told me one time, you can make every single shot in the book, but can you make that shot now?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, you can curl 100% and lose the game, or 50% and win the game, depending on.
Exactly.
I missed that.
The weight here is pretty good, almost 15 seconds, so
Okay.
not a whole lot of sweeping.
T-line.
And that line is really good for Sylvie.
Two options. You could always be brave and try to freeze to it, force Sylvie to make a tough shot, or hit it.
Yeah, but the
It's early in the game,
freeze,
so.
yeah, the freeze is really, really a tough shot. So
Oh, absolutely.
I think I'd be-
absolutely. Freeze at any time is a tough shot.
exactly, yeah. Yeah, I think I'd be going after this.
So, let's see if she changes her weight, and she's taking about the same ice as
Same ice, yeah.
she took on her first shot. And the first one, it rolled out, but the weight was there.
She had a lot of weight, exactly. This is Jennifer's last shot in the second end.
She seemed to take a little time more on the concentration and the preparation. It looks pretty good. When you're calling us, look at us go.
That I think
Wow.
that picked.
Oh, it had to do
Oh,
something.
that went sideways.
That's definitely, that's not the ice, that's
No,
for sure.
she looked like she threw that well,
Yeah,
because
that's,
that just went sideways
bad
and
luck.
halfway down. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
yes, bad luck or good luck, it's all part of the game, and
Exactly.
now you got to take advantage of
Yeah. So Sylvie,
is-
initially Sylvie was going to come down this side where Jennifer tried to hit, but I think
Exactly,
she wants to come down the other side, because not knowing what debris may still be on the ice and what
Exactly,
caught Jennifer's rock. But so Sylvie has an open draw for deuce
two,
in the second end,
yeah,
and her sweepers will certainly keep this rock clean.
yeah. She's had pretty good weight in the practice. She is top 4, so I don't remember if this is her first draw or her second draw.
No, this is her. Well, it should be pretty good.
Yeah,
This is her second draw, because she just drew one
yeah,
over
exactly.
on the back of the tee line.
I mean, for the game.
Oh, for the
That's the first time she threw a draw.
no, she threw, that was a draw over there, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right, too.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Two
So
good
nicely
draws.
done. 2 good draws for Sylvie.
Just as planned, you want to take 2 when you have the hammer, and
Exactly. Exactly.
one little mistake.
Yep, one
And,
mistake. So
Well,
you,
it wasn't a mistake. It was bad luck on Armstrong rock that picked. So
yeah, exactly. So you're watching 5 TV1, the 2018 New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of Hearts, and this is the final draw of the round robin. And we're featuring the game between Sylvie Robichaud and Jennifer Armstrong. So this is a big event, Mickey. It's Kruger Products, and
Yes.
they've been sponsoring women's curling for 37 years.
37 years. That's wonderful.
Yeah, so they're the longest standing corporate sponsors of amateur sport in Canada. So
Wow.
So that is greatly
Thank you to them.
appreciated by Kruger Products. And of course they have Scotties, Cashmere, Purex, and sponge towels. Those are all some of their specialties. Other sponsors to mention, which really helped to make this championship possible, is Bobley Productions, Kevin R. Williams, Sun Life Financial, Deloitte, Uni, Atlantic Superstore, TD, Kirkwood Diamond Canada, and KKP. So it's greatly appreciated to have all those sponsors involved, because without them it's very difficult to hold the championship.
Sponsors are very, very important in all levels of sports, and we're very happy to have companies such as these to help us out.
Exactly.
So they opted to go into the house, I believe.
I think so.
Of course, Armstrong's playing it, so Kendra's first, biting the top 12, it looks like.
So Katie Forward's now throwing for Team Armstrong. Katie's 23 years old, and she's a research associate. Her employer is Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada, and she lives in Fredericton.
It looks like a good shot. I think she wanted to roll, but
make it go away.
Like, I don't know if it's in or not.
Nope, it's not in. It's just off the ring. So
Sylvie's taking advantage right away, going in.
Going around, yep.
With Kendra's first, second rock. Also a young curler at 30 and 23 years experience. Means that she started at 7 by my math. Anyways.
There you go.
So she's a chartered professional accountant with elections in New Brunswick, and also based in Fredericton. So 2 of the girls are based in Fredericton on the Sylvie team, and 2 are in Moncton. Melissa and Kendra are from Fredericton, and Nicole and Sylvie are from Moncton here. Makes practicing on a regular schedule a little tough, but
you know what? When you do that, when you have to commute like that, you're accountable for your own your own fitness and your own shot making, because it's a whole team effort, and if you don't do your part, that means that you're letting the team down. So it's really, really hard to practice on your own, but in the long run, when the success happens, you see the results and it pays off. So
practice is very important for these teams, when they practice what they do, what their job is on the ice, and throw first, second, third, or skips rocks.
So not only on the ice, or off the ice, you can do your own fitness thing, because when you're sweeping a bunch of rocks for 10 or 11 ends, the fitness certainly comes into play, and if you're fit, you're going to be able to withhold 10 or 11 ends.
Exactly. Sylvie's in and getting to roll to the outside, the open side, with Nico's first rock. Nico also a 36-year-old. 26 years of curling, the executive director of Registrar of New Brunswick Association of Dietitian from Moncton here. Lots of history when I look at their bios.
Sweeper's got on it right away. I think she might have started that a little bit.
I think so.
Hit the guard. Yeah.
They're cleaning the ice in one area.
So now throwing for Jennifer Armstrong's team is Jamie Ward. She's a 21-year-old student at UNB in Fredericton, and she's been curling for 16 years. She's from Fredericton, and her home curling club is the Gladstone Curling Club.
Yeah, 16 years, and she's 21 years old. Wow.
There you go.
We have some good programs all over New Brunswick for our youth curling.
Exactly.
Little Rock programs and junior programs. Learn to curl. It's all there.
Exactly. A lot of them start with curling shoes before they can even walk.
Yeah. Well, 5. Oh. She
was walking by then, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but a lot of them, when we looked at this, especially with when the juniors, when we had the juniors last month, some of them started very, very young. So nice draw there by Jamie, and Sylvie's electing to go after this. So
Nico's second shot, she's looking for a hit and roll to the center, towards the center. They pretty much look pretty even, those 2 yellow rocks, so it'd be hard to get
So if you're
bigger
Sylvie, you
one.
probably want to try to get a bit of a roll to try to group those
Get it
rocks.
closer anyway.
Exactly, for her to
Just went the other way.
get. Yeah, but she's Nicole's got a nose hit, but make it go away first. So
Armstrong's got to react to that and keep it there. Her objective is to keep it there and keep the split. And Sylvie's just the opposite, try to get them closer together to possibly get a double at it. Or
yeah, because the further up in the rings you get, the more of a
more
opportunity
chances.
if you're going to look at a double. So Jamie with her second shot, she looks to be a little bit lighter than her first one.
It looks like she's going to get a piece of it.
Get a piece, but I don't know if she's going to stick around.
Yeah. Then again, the weight control was is always a possibility.
Yeah.
In this case,
I think she's just she's out of the rings.
Yeah. Good. Advantage Sylvie. She has the option taking it out or drawing to it. And she indicated a draw. Nope. She changed to a hit. Or Melissa Adams' first rock. She's also 40. Number of years curling is 30. So all these girls seem to have started off young and kept at it, which is very nice. Lots of experience on these teams.
Yeah, nice shot. So now throwing for Jennifer is Jillian Keogh. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. Keogh. She's 28 years old, and she's been curling for 20 years, and she's a chiropractor. And looks like she owns her own business. So her employer is Dr. Jillian Keogh, and her hometown is Dalhousie, and she curls out of the Gladstone Curling Club.
Again, teams from different areas of the province, but making it work. Looks like this rock curled just like the first end in that area. The rocks were really curling.
Rolling out.
The ice hasn't changed. It'll probably stay that way the whole game. We hope that the ice has been very consistent. So, and Melissa getting ready to throw her second stone. She's a national operational specialist with Canadian Food Inspection Agency from Fredericton. Girls out of Capital Winter Club. And again, a young curler with lots of experience. 30 years of curling.
It's really nice now the opportunities that you have as juniors to be able to play in the bigger spiels and cash spiels and things like that. It's nice for them to get the experience, because it really shows once they get to the ladies division.
Exactly. It's all about developing young curlers and keeping them as long as we can.
Exactly. We have two junior teams playing in the Scotties this weekend. Mickey, they went head to head against each other back in December.
It's Samantha Crook and Justine Como.
Justine Como.
Two very good teams, both been international. So we're coming up with Sylvie's last shot, and she's actually going to hit this one. Keep it clean.
I think it's her first one. Yep.
Yep. No, it's Sylvie's first shot. Sorry.
Yep. So another clean end. So they're probably banking a little bit of time too.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. I don't think we've had that many problems. With time issues with any of the teams so far, anyway. So.
Yeah, no, I think everybody's been pretty good with time management.
Oh, yeah. Sylvie throwing a takeout. It's been curling here depending on the weight.
She also throws a fairly good spin on her rock, so it should be fairly straight. The brush is holding it
positive turning
straighter
of the handle and hit and roll.
This is kind of almost a snapshot of her shot back in the first time when she rolled behind those two yellow rocks over on the side.
Exactly,
so.
Yeah.
big roll over there. So Jennifer's looking at eliminating this. So this is Jennifer Armstrong's first shot.
Yep.
She's 25 years old. She's been curling for 18 years. She's a tax associate with J.D. Irving Limited. Her hometown is Rothsay and curls out of the Riverside Curling Club. So she's looking at eliminating this and hopefully either staying there or maybe changing the shot a little bit for Sylvie. Maybe having a little bit of a roll on either side probably wouldn't be a bad idea either, Mickey.
Exactly,
so that she can
Just
force.
say first things first. You hit it and
Exactly.
then get the roll
And force Sylvie to look at a different path.
Exactly.
Nice weight there by Jennifer.
It looks like a nose and make it go away. And Sylvie coming down, throw her last rock. And Sylvie, financial controller at Brona Transport Limited. She's from Riverview, curls in Moncton here. 37 years old and been curling for 27 years and a lot of history, Scotties and mixed junior championships. A lot of experience, of course, being coached by her dad. Ellery has not hurt her ability to curl. Ellery Robichaud has been a teacher and a coach of curling for quite a while. Lots of experience. The shot looks very good. The nose hit. A little flop, but...
Nice shot. Nice weight. Just to give you an update on scores on the other sheet, Samantha Crook stole one in the second end over Shannon Tatlock. It's 4-0 there, and I think this is the last draw coming, so we'll give you an update. They're in the third end. On the other sheet is 1-1 between Malay and Como, and they are in their fourth end. They blank the third.
So Armstrong getting ready to throw her final rocks. I think the idea here is to hit and roll out. But again, hit it first, and by the ice they're taking, it looks like it's going to be a solid takeout weight. It looks good so far.
Ooh. Oh.
Just
enough.
Shot made is a shot made.
Exactly.
So they blanked the third end.
Third end. That's all you need is a piece, isn't it?
Exactly.
Scary. Just to update you over on sheet 7, Samantha Crook stole the third end, so it is now 5-0 for Samantha Crook over Shannon Tatlock. And then, so they're just starting their fourth end. And on the sheet 8, between Sarah Malay and Justine Como, they are tied at 1, and they're in the fourth end. And here we just completed our third end, and it is 2-1 for Sylvie Robichaud over Jennifer Armstrong.
So Sylvie walking out, getting ready to call the shot. Melissa calling for her in the house again. Just playing it safe. The first 4 ends so far has been basic curling, but you still have to make the shots. So,
stats are pretty close. Team Robichaud curling at 89% and Team Armstrong at 71%. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty close. So the advantage of percentage, maybe 1 point, which is what the game is. Robichaud 2-1. So.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So, but if you make the right shots in your percentage, that could change. Armstrong looking for a corner guard, I believe.
Yep, Katie forward throwing, so she's going to get on the offense here and try to put a cornerstone up to try to generate more than 1 point.
Yeah. Nice shot by Melissa to cover the button.
So Kendra's playing at 96%, so she's having a
Wow.
really good game.
Absolutely.
That's after 3 ends. So.
Yes, it's Kendra. Had my lineup wrong.
Kendra Lister.
Had my lineup wrong. Kendra threw that nice draw to the button. Now she's looking for a centerline guard. Tight one.
Tight. Real tight because the way the ice curls here,
yes,
you can
exactly.
really get around a centerline guard.
The closer the rocks are together, of course, you don't want to create a double either, but good ice, you have to be precise.
So Melissa and Nicole trying to bring it as tight as they can.
Yeah, they're sweeping it real hard. And
would have to be a little bit short.
it's a centerline guard.
Yeah, so it still gives Jennifer to get Katie to come around that. She can see a good half, I believe. So she'll probably throw like a bumper weight probably,
Yes,
or control
exactly.
it'll curl in there for sure.
Yep. Again, it's that weight control, which is very important. Line calling.
Weight looks pretty good, Nikki.
Yeah. The sweepers are just bringing it in. They're not really.
Yeah, if you're Jennifer.
There it is.
Yep.
A nice shot.
Real nice weight.
Yeah.
Like a bumper weight.
Sylvie.
Katie's curling at 79%. She's having a pretty good game as well.
Duplicate that shot.
And Nicole's playing at 88%. She's having a good game as well.
Very good percentages. Pretty steady. The weight looks pretty good. Just sweeping it. It looks like another shot well made. And
Nicely done.
wow, we even get a little flop
bit of
on
a
it.
flop behind the guard.
Yeah.
That was really nice weight by Nicole.
Nice shot. Good sweeping. Good
So like
line calling.
so like we were saying, Mickey, that guard is so far out front that you can still get around. So Jennifer's asking Jamie to throw like a hack weight, I believe, and it should really curl in there in order for her to be able to remove that rock.
Right. It's almost a duplicate of the last shot. This one looks a little tighter than.
A little tighter,
It all depends on
You're
weight,
gonna have to
though.
work on it.
Sweepers are really hammering it.
They're just catching a piece of the guard, but
got the
That's
guard
okay.
out of the way.
yep.
And unfortunately rolled out.
So
Sylvia asking you go throw another centerline guard a little tighter. One little mistake is it changes the end.
exactly.
Like I say, it's very good curling.
Taking advantage of those
Those misses, yeah,
misses,
exactly.
taking opportunities.
I feel that it's one thing we don't look at as teams is how often you make the other team pay when they miss a shot.
Exactly. So this one's a little bit tighter by
Yes,
Nicole.
it is. Yep.
And it's more in line with the rock in the ring. So it looks like Jennifer's asking Jamie for a run back here. So the team Armstrong's being coached by Jamie's dad, Mark Ward, and Mark has been around curling for years. For those of us in the Maritime and Atlantic provinces who know him, he's coached a number of teams to juniors and Scotties as well.
Yep. So
And he's been to the Briar, and he's been to the Briar himself. So
Yes.
for Newfoundland.
So there's lots of experience, coach-wise or players-wise, on both of these teams. So
Exactly.
makes for an exciting curling game.
So Melissa looking to replace that
That
front
guard.
stone. Yes.
Melissa's first rock, and they're always picking the same. They know the ice, they know the speed, they know the curl. So why not make it easy for yourself and pick the same ice and throw that same shot over and over again?
Exactly, and you know pretty well when it's going to break. So just before the hog line, it starts to break a bit. And as long as you've got the right weight, it should.
They got work at it.
Yeah.
Get it to curl a little more. Good shot. Hit the guard.
Nicely done.
Again,
With
it's
it,
a little open, probably half.
probably see about half. Yeah,
yeah,
looks
about
like
half.
it.
Again, I think weight control here is very, very important. You can't throw the big weights here.
No.
Let's see what kind of weight she throws.
This is Jillian's first rock.
It looks like a controlled takeout weight. First, the indication by the sweeper was
Should be pretty
a
good.
little up, but
No, looks
nice
pretty good.
curl. So
She's going to get just enough of a roll here to try to get away from that
that was a nice
front
control.
stone.
Control 11.5 on this fast ice is like a controlled
Good.
takeout weight. It's
Yeah.
very well thrown. Alyssa getting ready to throw her second one, being asked to throw the takeout.
So Sylvie's indication is that I think she'd like to stay there, because I think if she tries to roll, she, depending how far she goes, she might be behind the tee line. So she's looking,
Right.
I think,
Oh, I
at
see,
staying here.
yeah.
I think that was the initial indication.
You got to be thinking of everything. Where are you going to position your rock? And this one looks like it's not.
Yeah, it looked like she put it out a little bit when she let it go.
There's a miss by Team Robichaud. An advantage to Armstrong.
So if you're Jennifer now, you want to try to get a second one in there and try to set up your deuce.
Set up for a deuce at the end. And of course, Sylvie still has that center line guard.
Yes, exactly. That's the tough thing for.
Exactly.
Well, good for Sylvie, but not as good for Jennifer, because she may have to deal with that in the end if
Right.
Sylvie can bring one behind that center line rock, that front stone on the 4 foot.
Of course, Sylvie will probably have the option of hitting and rolling or ignoring those two shots. The one that's coming now and the back one, and just draw around there. And it looks pretty good.
Oh, she's going to have to work at it.
Yeah.
Almost 16 seconds. Wow.
15, yeah, just top 12.
Nicely done.
12, top 12 weight. Well swept. Here comes the roll. Of course, she needs a roll if she's going to be number one.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tricky roll, because
Yes.
she's got to roll a fair ways to try to outcount the Armstrong rock in the back of the rings here.
Yeah, with Sylvia's first rock.
But even if she goes behind that center line
Yeah, exactly.
rock,
Yeah, she's not taking a lot of ice either. Of course, Melissa's last rock stayed pretty straight, and so it's all about experience on the ice.
another blank for the game between Malay and Como. Malay curling out of St. John, Thistle St. Andrews Curling Club, and Justine Como curling out of Fredericton. So they're still at 1-1.
I've seen a Como team curl a lot in the juniors, and they are a good team getting a roll.
Here, the roll here, is it going to go too far?
A little too far.
A little bit. Oh.
Oh, wow. Those little surprises with those rocks sometimes.
Little spin back.
Yeah. But I had to come a long ways, so we don't usually see that far of slide there with those at the stop. But
So a little bit of a decision here between for Jennifer Armstrong where to put this rock.
they can go around the girds. I think that shot is there.
That shot is
I don't
certainly
think
there,
that blue rock, that center line guard's in the way.
but I think that's ideal to go where they pointed there, top of the 4 foot, because if she doesn't go there, I think Sylvie's probably gonna
I
go
think
there.
so too.
If you're Jennifer, you want to try to bring it
Top four would be beautiful behind that guard. And
top 4.
Sylvie
Well,
would
4-foot, because then Sylvie, the other thing is that Sylvie could probably draw around that. If she's just biting the top of the 4-foot, Sylvie could still draw around it the way it curls. So we'll have to see where she lands with this.
It all depends on the shot, what happens. Sylvie could always, if she's not confident in making the shot that would end up behind that blue guard, if Armstrong puts it in a good spot, she can always hit this out of the back yellow and keep Armstrong to a 2.
Yeah.
The options are there. Sometimes you gotta swallow the big pill. And
well, risks versus rewards, and you got to see what works for you.
Yeah.
So Katie and Jamie,
it's got a
brush
nice
downs.
curl to it. It looks pretty good.
Has it got the weight though? Oh, it's a little light, 16.
Line's beautiful, but
yeah.
wow, and she's had her draw weight all along.
A little bit light, yeah. Well, she underthrew it there, because I got 16 from hog to hog, so that is an indication.
Exactly.
So they really needed 15 something.
15 seconds at least, yeah. There's an option here that they're looking at is drawing or hitting. I think the right move is to hit. They'll be sitting 2 if they make the shot.
Yeah. But with that amount of ice, Mickey, do you think she's hitting, or she just wants to tap it back a bit?
Yeah, that's possible as well, yeah.
She might just, because with that amount of, she's certainly going to throw like the softer weight.
It's certainly not a draw, that's for sure. It's got to be a little bit more than the draw, but
yeah. So just tap it back a bit so that she's sitting 2 and try to force Jennifer to her 1.
Yeah.
Oh, less ice now.
Just tighten the ice up a little bit.
See, once you get in the hack too, you get a bit of a different vantage point.
Exactly,
So
yeah,
Sylvie's pretty decisive when she makes a decision with what she wants to do.
Exactly.
She doesn't usually second guess herself. She makes a decision, gets in the hack, and let's go.
Yeah.
That's what you want with your skips.
Looks like a good throw. All the line calling now, and
So this is more weight than I thought she was going to throw.
yeah, exactly. It's more like a control takeout.
Yeah.
Gotta get a piece of it.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, I think she probably threw more weight than she wanted to throw, maybe, because with that amount of ice.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this gives Jennifer the opportunity to redeem herself with a draw.
Exactly.
So she needs to be almost 8 foot. So she's going to try to attempt to get her deuce here. She's got 1 for sure.
Yep. That's what misses are all about. If you got to make the other team pay now, and Sylvie just didn't do that with her last shot. So
Exactly.
the advantage is back to Armstrong. We'll see what her time is. She's been really, really good except for that last draw, but I'm sure she'll adjust. The sweepers are going really at it, not necessarily hard, but going at it at a good speed. Now they're laying off it, just making sure it gets to the house, and it looks like it's shot and made. Sylvie would have to have a power broom to get that one out, or Melissa for that. So that's the deuce for Armstrong. Now takes the lead 3-2, going into the 5th end. There's those little chats in between the ends.
Yes, yeah.
Confirming your plans and how you want to play the end.
Exactly. So you're watching FIBE TV1, the final round-robin draw of the 2018 New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of Hearts here at Curl Moncton. And we are showing you the game between Sylvie Robichaud and Jennifer Armstrong, and they have just completed the 4th end. And Armstrong is ahead 3-2, and we have a really good game going, Mickey.
Oh, absolutely. This is, I expected nothing but the best from these two teams. Both of them have a lot of experience. Age difference is not really a factor.
No.
I believe the call was to put it in.
Put it in the rings, yeah.
So they're still playing it cautiously somewhat, see what the other team's going to do. if you throw a guard, you're kind of like forcing the other team to go with a guard or come around. But this way here, you're forcing them to make another decision. Do you hit or do you throw a corner guard?
Exactly.
Depending on how aggressive you want to be. Yeah, she's looking at a corner guard.
And basically, if you want to try to generate some offense, that's the plan,
Exactly,
right? Is you want to
Yep.
try to generate or put your corner guards up, and then as long as you leave the 4 foot to the skipper for the last rock, if need be.
Kendra Lister throwing her first rock. Other than know that that one pick by Armstrong, the ice has been very clean and very consistent.
Yes, it has been.
It's a good corner guard. A tight one. Tighter the better because of the curling in the ice, and it makes it harder to hide your rocks, but
It is, yeah.
hard, not impossible.
And Jennifer asking Katie to put a tight center line guard up. So she's way out there, so that's got a long ways to
It
come.
looks
And
like, yeah.
when the sweepers are walking, you'd rather see them doing something rather than just walking.
Yeah.
And there's nothing worse when you're throwing the rock. You really try to give it to the sweepers.
Exactly, yeah, right.
Then
No,
when you see them walking,
Plan
you
B
think,
is
oh
trying
no.
to go around and
But I think
bit.
she set up just
double,
a little double for Sylvia, and Sylvia might be able to get a little bit of a roll out of this too if it's hit in the right spot here. So
Exactly. Then again, it's hit and roll after. So I think she's calling for control weight.
yeah. So it's funny because as a lead, you don't get to throw many hits. So so Kendra's probably
Kendra is.
quite excited about throwing a hit on this one.
Wow, and throw my probably one of 2 hits or 3 hits of the game. So
Yeah. No, as a lead, you usually you often throw draws or guards. Their stones are really important for placement. So
it's curling very nicely. It looks like they're going to get some good results out of it.
why don't just move the other?
Didn't quite have the finish.
That's
That,
right. So this gives Jennifer the opportunity to be sitting too. She's asking Jamie to hit and stick there.
yeah. Hit and stick there, it would be quite a difficult double.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's not impossible, but
And Jamie's playing at 75%. So hit and roll
Hit
out.
and roll
Let
out,
her set that out a little bit.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, the option is hit or draw around your corner guard, but she's opting to hit.
She's electing to hit.
Yeah.
I think if that corner guard, Mickey, was closer towards covering the whole 8 foot, she might have
Okay.
I wonder if she
Yes,
would have elected to
exactly.
do that, but I mean, still, she could still use that corner guard as
Exactly,
well.
yeah.
So to try to generate
It's
more
there.
offense, because this open rock is going to be there in the end anyway,
Exactly.
right?
There's Nicola's first shot,
Yeah, but it's what she feels comfortable in doing and what she
Yeah.
wants her.
throwing a very nice,
Part of-
quiet takeout weight.
Exactly, it's part of the team plan.
There you go. Nose hit. They're keeping it pretty clean so far this game.
Exactly. Certainly banking a lot of time.
Yes, exactly. Kind of shows respect to have for each other.
Absolutely.
You know, and don't want to mess it up too much until
Yeah.
it's
Until it's
until you're-
necessary.
Yeah. So
Nice
another
weight.
Nose hit. Nicola getting ready to throw her second shot. Rummage down and she threw that very nice quiet takeout weights. I like those. You happen to be a little wide or a little tight, your roll is not going to be as severe as if you throw the big weights. So.
That's right. And even if you want to roll, you have a better chance of staying in the rings as well.
Exactly.
Nice weight here by Nicole.
A little harder than her first one, but
Yeah.
does the job and rolls differently. It gives Armstrong a different shot to look at. And
Yeah, way over on the wing.
way over in the wings. Not too much work has been done down that way.
No. So I think Jennifer's asking Jillian to throw her normal weight.
It looked like it was normal weight. Teams have different signals but they're basically all the same.
To communicate the weight, that's right.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea for her to stick there either.
No, exactly. And signals are very important because
Nice shot.
we know that yelling in a curling rink is very tough to do. You're trying to yell instructions.
Hard to pick out.
Yeah, especially there's 2 other games going on.
Exactly.
It can become very noisy at sometimes.
Exactly. So just to note, after this ends, we'll take a short 5-minute break,
Yep.
5th end break.
Looks like it's curling quite a bit. I know it's hit be good, but it'll
Just
roll out and
roll out.
out of play.
So now Jennifer doesn't want anything to do with this corner guard. So
no, nothing at all.
wants
She would
that
have the option of
gone.
going around or keep the game in the rings like this and
exactly.
maybe force Robichaud to 1 or something like that. But she's opting for a clean house.
Just to give an update on the game between Malay and Como, they are just into their 5th end break, and Justine Como took 2 in the 5th end, and she's now leading Sarah Malay by a score of 3-1, and that's after 5 ends.
Good shot by Guillaume.
So Sylvie looking to asking Melissa to draw way over to the wing. We're going to try way over on the other side now.
Challenge Armstrong to
Exactly.
look at something different.
Exactly.
Hope for a miss from her. But so far it's been a pretty good game.
It has. Brushes going at it right at the end.
Exactly, yep. Nice finish to it. T-line, good spot.
So this forces Jennifer to throw it. And this side I found, Mickey, for some reason, it seems to be curling more now. I don't know if the players are starting them a little bit, but I found that there seems to be a bigger curl over here.
It's hard to say. The ice could be changing and using it a pebble and so on and so forth, but it could be that there's a little steering with the delivery.
Yeah.
It's very hard to say from up here. Armstrong probably like to hit and stay right there and force Robichaud to throw a takeout weight. Again, the nice quiet
on it
takeout
early.
weights. And sweepers have more to say on those weights. And,
Exactly. That was a real nice weight by Jennifer.
Yes, good throw. Sylvia opts to hit it, of course. And, one thing for Armstrong, that shot is above the tee line, so forces Robichaud to keep hitting.
Just to give an update on the other game as well, Samantha Crook picked up 3 in the 5th end over Shannon Tatlock, and she's now leading 8-2 after 5 ends.
Yeah. 8-2 is not impossible with 6 or 5 ends to go, but it's a tough job. Sylvie throwing a takeout. Again, keeping it very, very clean, a very nice, quiet control takeout weight. There you go. I like the sweepers working at it. You want to get a roll towards the center?
Towards the center. That seems to be her specialty this game, is she likes those shots and rolling towards the center.
Exactly, yeah.
So Jennifer will be looking at getting a nose hit and forcing Sylvie to try to blank with her
roll
last
out
rock.
or hit and stick. Is the closer to the center it is, the further the rock has to roll out. So.
Exactly. The harder it is to get that blank.
Exactly. Get that one or the blank.
This is Jennifer's second shot.
Sweepers aren't touching it.
Pretty good. That should move over. She's got that nice weight.
See, oh yeah. Nice curl at the end.
Nice shot.
Almost a nose hit.
So if you're Sylvie now, I believe she probably wants to blank, so she might throw a little bit more weight at this.
Yeah, she'd probably love to blank here in the fifth end and then come back and score in the sixth end. And there's an advantage there starting to be important to manage your scoreboard, the score in the even ends, because the 10th end is always a very important end.
It is, yeah.
Especially in a very close game like this. So if she can blank this one, the advantage would be to Robichaud and to score in the 6th, 8th, and 10th end.
So Nicole and Kendra, the brush is down almost immediately.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a roll.
No, nose hit.
No, it's one for Robichaud. Tie game 3-3.
And we'll
going into the fifth end break.
We're going to take a short 5-minute break, and we'll be back with the last half of the game.
So first I got my lineup wrong there.
No, that's okay.
Once.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Take a well-deserved break. Be back in 5.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're so kind. Should we salute or what?
Do we salute?
When you shoot this way, there's rocks. Make sure you show all the rocks out the side. When you shoot this side, you notice it goes down, but you can't see it.
Oh, I go real low. I'll shoot the whole red
Yeah,
square.
shoot the whole square.
If as long as I get, every rock is always in my shot.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Understand that.
When at the end, when you're going this way, I just sit down there.
Is that right?
Yeah, I just,
I used to.
I pick it up as it's coming here. Like I kind of look at the corner of my eye to see when you're done, and then click.
I'm glad you say that.
And I'm just watching it right there.
I'm glad you say that. That's what I used to do. I used to sit there like all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Sit there.
Oh, that's no problem. I use this as my guide.
I used to make those things bigger too.
And when I punch it up, I basically watch the screen as I'm tilting up and end up there, and then I cut to the overhead.
Yeah, I don't always cut the things. I like to, you listen to the commentators and then you stay if they're talking about the shot, you stay on the shot.
Yeah, me too. When you follow a player back, I always do.
I don't always do it though.
Oh, yeah.
They might be talking about rocks.
Well, I try to take
So I just stay in the rocks and then if they're not,
I try to take your food.
It's all good.
You're not a horse yet, Mickey?
I'm always a horse. This is my life. This is my voice. Johnny Cash. Rod Stewart. Joe
It's Mickey's fault.
Yeah, with the timing too, I'm not sure.
I hate that you do so well and all of a sudden
Yeah, I know, yeah.
thinking, I gotta go.
I saw you flipping over your husband's having it thing.
Where's she going? I'll keep talking.
So the time they're given is actually it's not 30 minutes. These kids here are not coming. So it's like 4.
Oh, why they give us chairs?
So just let us know when we're start. And welcome back. You're watching 5 TV1, the 2018 New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of Hearts. And this is the last draw of the round robin play. And we're here at Curl Moncton on Lockhart Avenue. And you are watching the game between Sylvie Robichaud and Jennifer Armstrong. And we're tied at 3 after 5 ends. So Mickey, here with Mickey Mazerow. My name's Marianne Power. And we're watching a pretty good game, Mickey.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Kendra's getting ready to start the 6th end with asking for a draw, a tight center line guard. Maybe get keep some things in play, but it looks a little heavy as the walkers, the sweepers are walking. Just watching it go. Stay on top of the tee line is not bad. It just changes your plan, your plan of attack, but it's there. Armstrong ready to get the game on with the corner guard.
And the girls are playing pretty good. Katie's having a pretty good game, curling at 80%. And the Team Robichaud is playing at 83% and Team Armstrong at 74%. So it's all about shot making and when you make your shot. So percentages are just a number and just a guide. A lot of people don't look at them, but it gives you a kind of a snapshot of what's happening.
Yeah, it's a good corner guard. Sylvie is asking Kendra to throw that center line guard.
Kendra's still having a really good game at 93% as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Anytime the first stone is in the 90s, they're curling well.
Yeah.
Very important stone. The first stones, it pretty much set up the end. So.
Just to give a breakdown of what's happening, we have 3 teams that are tied with the 3-1 record. So we have both these teams here, Sylvie Robichaud and Jennifer Armstrong. They're both at 3-1. And Sarah Mallet is at 3-1 as well. So the winner of this game, depending on what happens with the Mallet game, the winner of this game may be going right to the final. If Jennifer Armstrong wins, she'll be going to the final. If Sylvie wins, it will depend on the Sarah Mallet and Justine Como game, what happens there. So if Mallet wins, then Mallet goes right to the final. So there's a few scenarios here that we have to look at before figuring out who's doing what. So we'll try as our best to keep you posted. And but if on that other sheet, if Justine Como wins, there will be a 3-way tie for second place, and there will be a tiebreaker. So we'll,
a lot of ifs.
There's a few ifs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to note, there's another game as well. Samantha Crook is playing Shannon Tatlock, and they're in the 6th end, and that game is 8-2 for Crook over Tatlock at the present time.
In our game here, Armstrong just knocked out Sylvie's first rock that was in the top 4. She's asking Nicole to hit it out. Where Kendra's second rock, the guard was it's too long. It's a guard, but it's really too long to hide anything behind because of the curl of the ice, and
Yeah.
it's very nice. Sweepers are working hard at this one. It looks pretty good.
Yeah. Nicole's having a pretty good game as well at 93%.
Oh, great, yeah.
So
That's wonderful.
pretty strong. Nice shot.
Yeah, nice shot.
Nice weight to come around that guard there.
Nice
and-
control weight. You can keeps your sweepers in the game.
Exactly. Jamie Ward now throwing for Team Armstrong. And I think Jennifer's looking to try to get a little bit of a roll in behind those two guards over there. I think that'd be ideal if she could do that.
Exactly.
Brushes right on it. So
Yep. They're getting a nice quiet takeout weight. And
a little bit of a roll.
little more-
a little bit.
little
They
bit
needed
more
to
curl
a
and-
little bit more of a curl. Yep.
exactly. Of course, with the hammer, your advantage to roll behind that corner guard, and
Well, they got on it right away as well, Mickey. So I don't know
exactly.
if.
Yeah, they might have jumped it a little
Yeah.
early.
But it's hard to tell though how much of a curl that's going to have. But Jamie had a really nice rotation on her rock, so
Exactly.
it did still have room to
Nicole
come.
being asked to remove that shot again. Pretty much a mirror image to the first shot, but doesn't seem to be curling again, but good rotation. Gets the job done.
Job done.
Just a little flop to the center. Again, though, an advantage to Armstrong. She can hit and roll that right there. That'd be an ideal spot. Keep the center open for herself and make the game a little tougher for Robichaud.
Exactly. Sweeper's not getting on it right away this time. It's she's out a little bit further than her first one.
The weight looks pretty much consistently the same.
Nice weight.
Is getting further away from the corner guard, so Robichaud's asking for that roll to the outside. To say the first team there is an advantage.
Sometimes you don't want to be too skimpy with the ice either, because
Exactly.
sometimes if you're too skimpy, you miss it on the other side. So it or you crash on the guard.
Well,
So
this
you have
is
to
first
be
rock.
careful.
She looks a little wider than
She looks like she's got more weight than the others. The others
that
had too.
wide and heavy is.
She'll stick around, but she's not going to get the roll behind.
Roll
So
it quite a ways, and the roll becomes a little more difficult.
but the fact that the rock is at the top of the rings, it's still possible to roll. But
Exactly. Yeah.
so Jennifer wondering if pointing where she'd like the rock to end. So looking at a hit and roll over. Asking Jillian to do so. So there's a few options here. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
we can't hear the conversation. So one conversation is hitting, just flopping to the side, or rolling to under, behind the guard. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
So Jillian with her first rock in the sixth end. So Brusher's not going at it at all. So I'm not quite sure where they're. Having said
Very
that,
nice
we
weight.
get
Great
nice
shot.
roll. Nice roll.
Beauty.
Nicely done by Jillian.
Right away,
So
there's
that-
no thinking about this. Put it right there.
Yeah.
Sylvie says.
Yeah, Sylvie has a plan. She's very decisive with
Exactly, yeah.
what she wants. So asking Melissa Adam to draw around those guards.
This is Melissa Adam throwing a draw.
And you want to try to leave it to the brushers. So
Exactly.
Kendra and Nicole
Once
brushing
you've
it.
thrown it, it's all theirs, and line calling and sweeping.
That's what you want. You want to leave it for your brushers.
It It seems to be hanging out there.
Yeah, it didn't quite move as much, did it?
Not quite the curl we expected.
So this gives Jennifer the opportunity to try to hit and just have a little bit of a
roll.
little bit of a roll,
Yeah.
a slight roll. Asking Jillian to do that.
A chance to take advantage and take control of the game. Or this end at least.
Yes. In curling, no lead is ever safe. I look at it, as long as you're out there, you're still playing, you still have a chance.
You have a chance, yeah.
You don't give up. Jennifer really calling on the brushers.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
Looks like almost on a no.
Oh, nice
Beautiful
shot.
Roll, yes.
Nice shot. Jamie doing the proper thing. She just it looks like she touched the yellow front stone there.
Yeah.
So sometimes
not
you know
much.
you've touched it, but unless it really goes out of play, you know
You
that.
brush it as you go by or something with your foot, usually the back foot.
Yep, and then Sylvie just said she didn't see it or didn't see it move. So, and we do have a final, Mickey, on sheet 6. I'm not quite sure what
The final score is.
the final score is, but Crook did defeat Tatlock, so but we don't have a final score yet. So Sylvie now deciding her plan of action here.
A nice draw would be, just to draw it right there, yeah. Got to get behind that yellow somehow, or one of those yellows. And
Yeah, she kind of indicated a run back, but that's a really long run back. I don't think that's there.
yeah, and where the two rocks are in front are staggered like that, the hole is
Yeah.
very,
Yeah, something that you may.
yeah, she'd have to miss that.
So
Both those rocks by very little.
Yeah.
And I think she would jam it anyways.
Another option too is, and I mean I know that this is her first shot, but so she doesn't have hammer. That's the other tough thing.
Exactly.
She could try and remove that guard, but not necessarily a run back. Because if you try a run back and miss it, you're gonna
Exactly.
you
Yeah,
might leave another guard up.
You're just not changing
Get
anything.
yourself in a jam. So she is calling the run back, so she's
Yep.
pretty confident with this.
She knows that she'd
you
be
wanna-
in good spot. Get rid of one rock anyways.
Yeah. Because you want to look at what's going to hurt you the most, and that guard right now is problematic for her. I mean,
Exactly.
she could try to draw around, but that would be really hard. Because if she doesn't make it, then Jennifer hits and rolls again. Then she's got 3 behind those guards. So
Exactly.
how do you attack this?
You got to open it up a little bit and
Yeah.
maybe hope for a mistake from the other team, but
Exactly. So fair amount of weight coming here from Sylvie.
exactly. Oh yeah, I think one of these shots that you really have to throw it. It looks
Needs
like
to curl a little
it's,
bit more.
Well, pretty good. Getting rid of one of them. It's a good raise,
Got rid
but
of
then
one. But see, her front rock is still out there. So
the scenery doesn't change very, very much for Armstrong.
yeah,
She's still in control, and
she's going to try to draw one around.
yeah.
So that so the final score on sheet 7 between Crook and Tatlock is 11-2 for Crook, and that was after 6 ends.
Tatlock having a very rough weekend, but that happens to any of the good teams.
Exactly. So Jennifer, she's pretty well had her draw weight most of the game here, so we'll see if she leaves it to her sweepers. Pretty well dusting, because they know what
I like
happened.
the way they're sweeping it. That's
yep.
a good sign.
That's
so.
a good sign. Keep it clean, because she had a pick there way back in the couple ends ago coming this way, although she's a little heavier.
A little bit on the heavy side, but
A little bit, yeah. Hitting the open. So she's given Sylvie a little bit of an out here, because Sylvie can...
if she hits, would she be number one?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. She won't be number one.
I don't think so either. No.
She won't be number one, but if I don't...
If she noses it, I don't know if you can get into
if she
between the two. Or?
Yeah, if she noses it, she won't be. I don't know if she can throw enough weight and curl and have it curl enough to get the double.
It's,
the one way that she can get the double is to hit it right on the center line and kind of slash that one on the side and have them both go that way.
That you're asking very little hitting on that yellow rock and that
kill weight.
One little error on the release or something like that, and it's she's throwing pretty good weight. It's starting to curl.
Looks like a nose hit.
Don't think she's going to be number one.
No.
So
And that's not a bad spot either for Sylvie, because now she's forcing Jennifer to go out further.
Either that or
for
open
her draw.
hit, though.
She could hit.
Yep. You always have an option.
You have an
draw
option.
Or hit.
Yeah, she could hit. So this is something that she has to really decide what's for her, because she can't go down the ice and sit in the hack and think of both those shots. She's got to figure out which one she wants, pick one and stick with it, because if you've got both of them going down the ice.
Yes, it's amazing how much this is a mind game.
Yeah, that spells trouble. So the decision here is, what does she want to do? Does she want to draw or hit? Because if she draws, she's going to have to go way out further.
Exactly, yeah. And coming the other way is no option. You can't draw the other way.
No, you can't come in the other way. She has to come from the outside in. So she's electing to hit. And in the end, she's the one who's throwing the rock. It's what you feel comfortable with, because especially with the ice where it's swinging so much.
Exactly.
I think it would probably be a debate as to how far out she would have to put the broom for a draw.
Exactly.
And hit the forefoot, but by coming out further, you don't know how fresh the pebble would be. Exactly. So is she going to have to throw lighter, heavier? So there's a lot of things that was going through her head. So I think, put the broom down, throw a hit, and
I think it's not taking a long time to make the decision. What you want to do is making that call and
go with it.
And go with it.
Yeah.
In your mind, it has to be, and she's got the nice, quiet take away. Should curl. And it looks like a successful
nicely
throw.
done. And that's the thing. Once you have something in mind, you really have to stick with it. So nicely done by Jennifer.
But as soon as she calls that shot, she has to forget everything else and go at it.
So Jennifer Armstrong taking 2 in the 6th end. So she is now up 5-3.
5-3.
Jennifer Armstrong from the Riverside Curling Club. She's from Riverside. The other 3 are from the Fredericton area, or Gladstone. And she's leading Sylvie Robichaud from Curl Moncton with a score of 5-3.
Still a very good game. Both teams having chances.
Exactly. So I'm not sure what happened in the 6th then over, and they blanked. So on the other game,
it looks like a blank. Yep.
Exactly. The other game that's very close and very, very important for both those teams. Team Como is up on Team LA 3-1. So as we stated earlier, that game, if Justine Como is able to beat Sarah Mallet, there will be a 3-way tie for second place, and there will be at least one tiebreaker, I think.
Exactly, yeah, that's the way I see it.
Yeah. Probably just one tiebreaker, I think. I'm not sure. We'll have to see where the teams end.
With only 4 ends to go with both games, and it's still not decided what tomorrow or tonight's going to bring. So
exactly.
Armstrong electing to go in, and Sylvie with Kendra throwing guard, corner line guard, corner. Should have that strong finish at the end, and doesn't seem to.
She's going in the rings,
the
isn't she?
sweepers are just watching it go.
Yeah, watching it go into the rings. So Katie forward now throwing for Jennifer Armstrong. She's asked to remove this rock. Katie's had a number of accomplishments. She's been to the 2011 County Games, 2012 Under-18 Atlantic Championships. She's been to a couple Canadian juniors, and she's been to mixed doubles, and 2017 New Brunswick Scotties champion. So Katie's got a nice little resume started there. That's nice to see.
If you look at all the team's resume, all these 8 players that we have on the ice here, and the 8 on sheet 8, the history is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And being so young, of course, it's an advantage. All this is experience. You stick with the game, something's going to
Exactly.
come big at the end.
Exactly.
Sylvia asking for another corner guard from Kendra. All right. Looks like a better weight this time. And
Nice, nice shot.
good spot. A little long, but
So Jennifer looking to remove that. So Jamie Ward now throwing for Team Armstrong. Jamie participated in the 2017 CIS University Nationals. She won the U18 New Brunswick Championship. Skipped the Optimus and some high school accomplishments. So she's done quite a bit as well.
yeah. Sylvia neglecting to take out any of the center, open the center up. She's looking at drawing around both those stones and sitting top 4. Hopefully, with Nicole Bishop's first rock. Also a very experienced player from 99 to 2006 to 99 and 2000, New Brunswick junior curling champ with Sylvie. The Scotties in 2015 and the Scotties in 2016 as a second and a fifth player respectively in those years.
I think this is going to over curl, Nikki,
It looks that way.
on the guard.
Move them, that'd be okay. The weight seemed to be pretty good.
Jamie also spent a semester in Australia studying, and apparently she's going to the University of West Indies for her master's in sports science. And right now she's still at UNB, and she's part of the track team there, and she's a sprinter. So a lot of accomplishments there at 21.
Yeah.
Seen the world already. Good
Exactly,
for her.
yeah.
Go for it while you can.
Yeah. Discussions as to what the Armstrong team wants to do.
Yeah, there's a few options here. We're looking at a timeout.
First time out of the game.
They're going to bring Coach Mark Ward out and have a discussion. There's a few options here of what they can do.
Exactly.
She can tap that rock back a little bit, or she can put one out front as she's indicated, or she could split those as well. So
Exactly, yeah. There's sometimes when there's a lot of options, you got to bring in the team or the coach and the coach, or discuss it with the team, make a decision. But if you can't come to a conclusion, then the coach is helpful.
Yeah, and it's good to have a discussion about this, especially at this point in time, because even though they're up by 2, it's still a long game for everybody, and it's good to have everybody's input in. It's really, really important for everybody to be on the same page at this point in time as well.
Exactly. So every shot is becoming more and more important towards the end of this game, and
so Coach Mark is out there and going to to listen on the feedback of all the players and why, you know, they're thinking of certain shots. And in the end, it's up to them what they feel comfortable. He'll probably just weigh out the options of what they have.
Exactly.
And what they want to leave Sylvie to deal with.
Exactly. So whatever Armstrong does, Sylvie will have to react to it. And of course, Sylvie, it's not their decision to what their next shot is going to be. It's almost into Armstrong's hands. So she has control, and she doesn't want to lose it. So
exactly.
And make it tough for Sylvie to.
Yeah, and basically, it's what you want to leave. What you want to leave the other team.
Exactly.
Is what you want to look at as well. So.
Yep. So they opted, I think, to move that corner guard.
That's what it looks like, Mickey.
Even.
That's one thing we didn't discuss, did we?
Yeah, exactly. And my thoughts here is to hit that corner guard, get rid of it, and roll towards the center.
Towards the center,
and become a center line guard. So there's two results to this. You just peel it, or hit and roll towards the center and get that guard.
Yeah, because at this point in time, Sylvie would love to have corner guards up because that's how she can generate more than 1 point.
Exactly, yeah. But like every good plan, execution is important. So.
Yep. And if you're Jennifer, you don't really want too many rocks hanging around. You want to try to keep Sylvie to 1.
Exactly.
Because she's got the hammer, so you want to try to keep her to her 1. So you don't want too many guards out there. So so Sylvie, I think, is looking at
hit and roll with Nico's
hit and roll
second shot. So for her to make this shot, it would be her advantage, and forcing Armstrong to make another type shot. Doesn't seem to be curling very much. Looks like she's going to get an outside roll.
Outside roll, yeah. A little bit more weight, it looks like, than what she'd been throwing. So
I wasn't sure what the weight was called, but
yeah, they've
been throwing a nice control. That looked a little more than control.
So Jillian now looking at removing this rock. Jillian's has quite a bit of accomplishments as well. She participated in the 2007 Canada Winter Games participant. 2009 Junior New Brunswick Junior Championship, and 2010, 2011, 2012 New Brunswick Scotties Championship. So she's got a lot of experience as well. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
She's asking to take out her own guard. A wise move, cleans it up and
taking her own out,
making it wide open.
So there's no place for Sylvie to hide right now.
Exactly.
So Sylvie's got to make her own.
So Sylvie's opting for a corner guard, and Melissa's first rock. Put it somewhere where the team hasn't seen that shot too often, and
hope for a nose hit.
Hope for an error.
Yeah, a nose or a miss is what they're hoping for. So if you're Team Armstrong, you really have to make sure that you.
Exactly.
Stick to your mechanics and come straight out.
Exactly. Believe in the shot and decide.
Believe in the shot. Once you start to try to make the shot on your own and you tend to overthrow it or set it either way, and that becomes very difficult. So Jennifer not wanting any part of this rock, so she's going to remove it and hopefully roll out of play.
I think if you're Sylvie, it's sort of like no thinking of what Armstrong's going to do. Is just you're hoping for a nose hit or a roll to the outside, and
exactly.
And it looks like a
nice
good shot.
Nice shot by Jillian. Just to give you an update on the other game, Sarah Mallet took 1 in the 7th end. So Justine Como is leading after 7 ends, 3-2. And the other game is completed, and it's Crook over Tatlock by score of 11-2, and that's after 6 ends. So Sylvie looking at putting a corner guard on the other side,
exactly,
Mickey?
Yep. Just change the scenario, and again, that doesn't seem to be curling quite the same way as...
Not as hard this side, is it?
Exactly. It's just...
well, this side it curls really hard from the outside in.
Exactly.
Yeah, really hard that way. So this side way, here, I think you might be going up a little bit of a hill.
Exactly.
So Jennifer wanting to eliminate this as well. She wants no part of this.
Yeah, exactly. sometimes you got to stick to the plan right from
the get-go.
And being a lone guard like that, she goes around. Sylvie could easily come around with the curl and bump it out and sit in a good position. So by doing this, she's keeping control of the game.
So Jennifer Armstrong has quite a bit of accomplishments as well. She was New Brunswick Junior Champion. She's been Atlantic Championships. She's been to the New Brunswick Scotties 2017, and she played third stone for Melissa Adams. And she's been to the AUS Championships as well for UNB.
Another good shot by her, keeping it clean. Now Sylvia's going to the outside again with her first shot. Well, I think at this point I'd want to make a shot in the house, not necessarily a corner guard. Hopefully get an error
to get a mistake. Well, we saw back in the what was it, the second end there, that
exactly.
Jennifer tried to throw a hit and it picked. I mean, you don't wish that on anybody for sure,
That's right,
but you know, that's part of the game as well.
Good luck or bad luck, it's all part of it.
Exactly.
Again, the sweepers are just walking by it. Looks a little heavy. Makes Armstrong's decision quite easily.
Oh, just slipped through the rings, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, that's right down in the center. Make a hit and roll tough for Sylvie.
Mm-hmm.
Force her to take one.
So both these teams started off with 38 minutes of talk time, and they both have about 14 and a half minutes left. So the ends have been pretty clean. So they certainly have a lot of time left to play, and they both have two 90-second timeouts. Yeah. So that gives the part of that 90-second timeout also gives the coaches some travel time to get from the inside the ice shell onto the ice to have a little chat with their teams. So
yes, and timeouts are very important, and you only have two, so you gotta pick and choose your time to call that time out.
Exactly. And Armstrong only has one left, and Robichaud has two left.
Yeah,
so.
both hers, yeah.
So Armstrong putting it anywhere in the rings.
Preferably right on the button, and force Sylvie to make a difficult hit and roll.
Nicely done.
A little deep, but still there. Sylvie has to deal with it.
She has to deal with it, exactly.
Yeah. Then again, you can't be thinking of just the roll. You got to be thinking, you got to hit it first and then get the roll.
Exactly.
Sylvie has quite a history of curling as well, and starting in '99 with 99, 2000, 2001 New Brunswick Junior Champion. In 2012, 14 New Brunswick Mix Champion. And in 2008, 15, 16 New Brunswick Scotties Champion. All his skips and quite a history. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And a good shot.
Blank end.
And a blank end.
So after 7 ends, Team Armstrong up on Team Robichaud 5-3. You're watching on 5 TV the 2018 New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of Hearts, and this is the final draw of the 6-team round robin. Of course, Scotties with Kruger Products, they've been a proud sponsor of women's curling for 37 years, and then their longest standing corporate sponsors in amateur sports in Canada. So we thank them very much for their sponsorship. So of course we see the logos like Scotties, Cashmere, Purex, and sponge towels all over the ice, which is nice. Besides Kruger products, we would like to thank the other sponsors as well who helped make this event possible. Bobley Productions, Kevin R. Williams, Sun Life Financial, Deloitte, Uni, Atlantic Superstore, TD, Kirkwood Diamond Canada, and KKP. So those are all other corporate sponsors that have helped make this championship success, and we thank them very much.
And Armstrong opting to go in again. Again, it's just all about respecting the other team and making them.
Mickey, also something else too, a shout out to all the volunteers who have also helped to make this championship success. Arnold Mallet is the chairman of this championship, and he, along with his volunteers, have put a lot of hard work into making sure that this championship runs smoothly, and everybody's work is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, volunteers are very important. Doesn't matter which event.
Exactly.
We've seen it, and we've had the World, the Junior Nationals, the inaugural Under 18 National Championship here in New Brunswick, and volunteers have all been big parts of it. Lots of volunteers.
That's right.
So Sylvie on Kendra's first rock, opting to go and throw corner guard again. And
so the team percentages have gotten a lot closer. Robichaud team curling at 80% and Armstrong team curling at 79% at the present time. Katie's having a good game, 82%. And her counterpart, Kendra, 84%, so they're neck and neck.
Yep. And Armstrong coming in deep with that second shot. And Sylvie looking for a hit and roll on top of that yellow in the forefoot. And setting things up. Kendra Lister, also lots of history since 2015 New Brunswick Provincial Mix Champ, 2011 and 15 New Brunswick Scotties finalist, 2014 New Brunswick Scotties finalist again, in 2012 and 13 New Brunswick Scots semi-final as a league. Lots of success, lots of experience. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So we didn't. Robichaud didn't get the role, but definitely a rock that Armstrong has to deal with.
Jamie looking to eliminate this rock, and probably stay there, I would think.
Yeah, I think she was indicating a little roll
to the corner.
Or if you notice, it makes that double.
It's not an easy double.
Yeah. Of course, if you throw a double there, your shooter's going to roll out. So.
Or roll away in the open. So she wants to generate points, doesn't she?
Exactly. So she wants to, whatever rock Nicole's throwing, wants to stick in the house somewhere after this hit. So she's looking for a roll behind the corner guard. And
so Nicole's curling at 89%. She's having a good game.
A very good game, yeah. Well, she's definitely hitting it, but a little roll the opposite way.
Opposite way, yeah.
Curl is good there.
Yeah. Jamie's curling at 70%, so she's brought her numbers up.
Yeah.
Brushes on it right away.
looks
Nice
like
shot.
success on that shot.
She might have started it a little bit because they were yelling
Yeah.
right away. Besides the sponsors who have helped to put on this championship, the teams have sponsors as well, which is greatly appreciated by the players. So as far as Jennifer Armstrong's team, they have JD Irving, Hack to Hack Solutions, Curling Zone, and FS1. So and it's really nice to have.
Team sponsors are very important. They have a budget every year, and it's travel budgets to different bonspiels in the province or in the Maritimes. And
Exactly. Yeah.
it's very important to have sponsors.
That was a really nice shot by Nicole. Hit and roll there
Exactly.
behind that
Nice.
corner guard. Very nice. Nice weight and rolled underneath just enough.
And that guard's a tighter guard than what we've been seeing. They've usually been a little longer, and tighter the better in this ice. So lots of options.
So Jennifer trying to decide with Jillian what she would rather her do. The run back is certainly there. And I think that's what she's asking
Run
her.
back or even the run back, as long as it's a double, and if there's a jam, and then it'd be easy for Sylvia to sit 1 and 2.
The peel weight coming down here by Jillian.
It looks like it's.
Looks pretty good. Nope. Oh, almost. Almost.
She almost got a centerline guard out of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I thought,
Now the
I thought
choices
she's
are-
just going to clip it there, but she just missed it. But it's out of the way, so now it gives Sylvia a chance to go after Jennifer's rock and try to. And Sylvia wants to try to roll to probably to the outside part of that rings to really
Exactly.
spread those rocks out.
And Sylvia did indicate that it was number 1, so
So
get
Melissa
rid
Adam,
of number 1, and
Melissa playing at 70%.
Melissa's first rock.
This is really moving.
Looks like a nice
Yep.
roll.
Oh, nice roll. Yep.
Beautiful.
Nice roll outside.
Good line calling
done.
and good sweeping. It's good throw.
Pretty well even. Jillian's having a pretty good game, curling at 82%.
She gets a roll here. It's going to be very tough to move because it's a tight guard.
Yeah, she needs a roll to try to save her end.
She got a chance at it.
Looks like she's going to get some kind of a roll, but is it going to roll too much?
Well,
Well, that's not a bad shot because she has a better chance of trying to group these rocks,
exactly. Yeah.
unless Sylvie can get an inside roll. So she's asking Melissa for a hit and roll towards a little bit towards the center line.
It's all about placing the rocks. I mean, which
Exactly.
then again you get a ways to go. You miss a shot by an inch.
Getting the brushers off. The weight looks pretty good,
she's
Mickey.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks like she's going to get a little roll out of it. Oh,
Little
no,
bit.
not much. It's okay. Double's there, but two good shots by Melissa.
So Jennifer and Sylvie, their stats are pretty close. Jennifer at 80%, and Sylvie at 79. So they're pretty almost even. So if there is a tiebreaker, my understanding it will be at 7 o'clock tonight if there is.
Exactly.
So we'll have to wait and see. That game between Malay and Como will be the deciding game whether or not
Exactly,
there will be a
yeah.
tiebreaker. So
If there's
So
no
if we-
tiebreaker, then the semifinals at tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
yeah, so if we don't know before we go off the air, just check the website,
Exactly.
and live score should have it, I believe.
Yeah, it's a roll, but
Should be updating that.
and so Robichaud looking to draw around that center line guard.
So the winner of this championship, Mickey, goes to Penticton, BC at the end of the month, January 27th to February 4th. And of course, everything's moved up this year because of the Olympics. So probably this weekend, just about every provincial championship is being played.
Kind of looking forward to seeing the Olympics.
Yeah,
We have two good teams up there.
we have two really
Holman
good
and,
teams. Cooey, yeah.
Bowie.
Yeah, it should be pretty good.
Yeah.
And in this championship, we have three teams tied at with a 3-1 record: Sylvie Robichaud, Jennifer Armstrong, and Sarah Malay. Justine Como has a 2-2 record. And so, of course, that's why that game is so big, because if Justine
yeah.
can pull that one off, then there'll be a tiebreaker. Otherwise,
It's kind of like where all the ifs are happening on the second game.
that one game, yes, exactly. That game is really, really big.
Sweepers are working hard to get this.
Yeah, it looks a little light,
It looks like
15 and a half.
15 is there.
Yep.
That was 15-6.
Yep. Good judging by the sweepers.
Good sweep.
Nice curl. Wow.
Beautiful. Great job.
And we thought it was going to be light.
Well, from up here, it looks different.
From up here, it does look different. Looks like
Yeah.
the rock's traveling a lot faster.
Exactly. So Armstrong opting to hit that outside one.
And she's probably, yeah.
Then again, if she can roll,
Yeah, so this
Close
sets
to the
Sylvie
forefront.
up for her two, doesn't it?
Yeah.
With that nice draw in there. So she wants to try to keep her to two.
exactly. Either way, even if Armstrong makes that shot and rolls behind that other blue one, or
Yeah, she's probably looking for a big roll.
exactly, it doesn't look like it has
Not gonna roll, no.
a roll. It might go on the outside.
A lot of weight there.
Had a lot of weight. Yeah. Of course, there was a lot of roll, a lot of distance to go
Exactly.
to. Sylvie option to draw from same size she just threw, so
Where she just threw. Anywhere in the paint.
anywhere in the pink.
So as we thought, Mickey, really good game here this afternoon.
Yeah. It's always exciting to come towards the end.
Sylvie Robichaud's last rock in the 8th end. Looking to get it anywhere in the paint to tie this game up.
Again, the sweepers she gave it to the sweepers, which is a good thing. They're working at it. Oh, there we go.
I think it looks pretty good.
It's always that,
On and off is good.
absolutely. I got 15.
Close to the same
so,
weight. Yep.
Could be in the back 8. Or,
Well done.
very well done. Good
So we
too.
have a tie game after
game,
8
yep.
ends. 5-5.
Yep. Some good shooting, setting up the ends very, very nicely. Getting a little shot between ends, it's always important.
Yes, exactly. Really important now with 2 ends to go, and
Yep.
both teams have about 10 minutes left to play the last 2 ends. 10 minutes of talk time, so they certainly have a lot of time. Team Armstrong still has 1 timeout, and Team Robichaud still has her 2 timeouts, 90-second timeouts. So that allows for travel time for the coach to get on the ice and have a little discussion with the team. So Sylvie asking for a tight front stone from Kendra. So
Kendra,
looking to go on the attack. So it's good to take an extra breath as you get closer to the end, because your heart rate starts racing, and then you oftentimes tend to overthrow. So, but these players are experienced; they've been there before, so I'm sure they're well aware of this and they're well versed.
Exactly. The only advantage I can see right now is Sylvie has hammer and even ends, and if she could
I think
somehow blank this in, or force Armstrong to blank the in, or take one, she'd have the 10-10 to. This is when the time in the game you want to be scoring the even ends and not the odd ends.
Asking Jennifer asking Katie to draw into the wing. I'm not sure if that front one's on or not. It's hard to tell from here.
Looks like it's there. The sweepers are on and off of it, so always a good sign. But
it is.
Well,
nope, just off the rings.
Corner guard.
Sylvie looking to go around her own rock.
Exactly.
Back out there.
Kendra's second. She could throw another guard, but two options is go around or throw the guard. She's opted for the draw to the 4 foot.
So Nicole and Melissa bringing the, making sure the path stays clear.
Yeah.
At this point in time, you don't know if you've got any debris down there, so
exactly.
You don't want the rocks to start grabbing at this point in time.
No, that's for sure. The shot's made, sweep it, you know.
Looks pretty good.
Clean. It looks pretty good.
Nice
good
shot.
Sweep. Good throw. Good line calling, and it's a successful shot.
Yeah, so that
takes all those things to make a successful shot. All four players.
Yeah. That front blue rock is just off the rings, Mickey. So,
yep.
So this gives Jennifer an opportunity. She's got a few things on the go here. So she's looking at going around her own cornerstone.
Mm-hmm. And doing that.
She's electing to leave some rocks in front, partly biting the button.
So she's planning, I think, to clean after this shot here. First chance she gets is to clean up that front.
Yeah.
Again, the sweepers are just watching it go.
Just watching it go, yeah. It's a little hot. Well, that's too bad for Katie.
Yeah, exactly. The mistakes of what...
Yeah. Yeah, because with that front blue one just off the rings, if she would have hit that wrong, they can put that back. So
right. Yeah.
She would have to run it back and clip again, the other blue one that's in there.
The option here is to hit that corner or...
Hit and roll.
Hit and roll, or put another guard up.
They're having a discussion as to what their best option is.
Exactly. She's not asking for a long guard. She's about halfway between the hog line and the house, just to make it tighter. Nicole again, somewhat to the sweepers. They're keep your sweepers pretty much into the game, and
this looks like a pretty good rock by Nicole.
Yeah, very good.
Nice rock. So now we're probably going to look at cleaning.
But it's always there.
Yeah, because you want to look at what rock's going to. I don't know if I'd be going after this one or the top one, because you want to look at what's going to be causing you more grief, because if you go after the top one, you could clip some of the back ones.
Yeah, there's the angle is there to hit. Even the shooter would roll. Well, she's got the top one, I think.
Yeah.
Danger here is to jam on the other. Oh. Close call. And get away with it. And because she's...
So Sylvie looking to replace that.
Put it right back with Nicole's second shot. We'll see what kind of time she has on the split, see if it's been any changes. And it looks a little more positive in this one. The sweeper's not really attacking it. There they go.
A little bit lighter this
Well,
one than
yeah.
the first one, so she's barely going to get it over the hog line.
I got a 19 seconds.
Yeah, I did as well.
That's a big split.
Yeah.
Just shows you how fast this ice is. It's wonderful.
So to keep you updated in the other game, both eighth and ninth ends were blanked. So Como is still leading Malay by a score of 3-2, and they are now in the 10th end.
So,
we'll keep you.
Armstrong opting that same shot, only a little different results this time, hopefully. And they're on it right away. It's curling inside that 4-foot
Curling
line.
a lot, isn't it?
But it looks like this time
She's got something.
they're successful at it. Ooh, just missed the double. Why?
She pushed it out a little bit further off the
Exactly,
away from the 4-foot. So
exactly. And that rock that's in front, it's hers. That's very
that's
important.
hers. Yeah.
If it was still Robichaud rock, it'd be a rock to worry about. But she can use that to bump it in or raise it back onto that blue one.
And so Sylvie pointing out all the options that
Exactly.
that Jennifer has. So she's electing to ask Melissa to put a guard up
Guard
there
up.
to stop Jennifer from raising that yellow one onto that rock that's in the rings.
Melissa's been a skip for a good part of her career, but opted to throw third stone with Sylvie. And it looks like
Nice rock.
another tight guard.
It's out there. Oh. They might be lined up. I'm not.
Exactly,
Looks like they are
a little less
a little
curl
bit
or-
tighter than what I think she would have wanted.
Exactly, It doesn't necessarily make the shot easier, or it's easier because of the short distance between the two rocks, but
Yeah,
you still have to make it.
absolutely.
It looks like they're going for it. So a race takeout.
This is Jillian now throwing for Jennifer Armstrong's team.
Good
Oh, they
way
got on it right away.
Yeah, she wasn't given very much ice, so oof.
Oh,
Drag,
there it goes.
but the roll out. Both rocks are out. Good clean house.
Gone. That's the thing.
And so she still has that center line guard, although it's a long guard. And
It's a long guard. It's not as much many rocks in play now.
exactly. Melissa's second shot, she's indicating, Sylvia's indicating a top 12. I think even a second guard wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, at this point in time.
You only have the in-turn draw here. The out-turn's pretty much blocked by those two yellows, so. The sweepers are watching this rock pretty closely.
It's good to do a little bit of dusting because you never know when the rock's going to grab on the way down.
Exactly, yeah.
I think she's probably a little further than what she wanted to be because I don't.
Well,
she want to be that deep?
indicating top 12.
Oh, did
so,
she? Okay,
yeah,
I missed
so
it.
she got
I peeked over on the other sheet when she was doing that. It's the other sheet they're winding down to.
Yeah. And I noticed also all these games that the sweepers are always ready, whether they're sweeping the rock or not. They're always set ready to go at a given moment. So good judgment by sweepers there. Option again is to open the front, get rid of that guard, or go after that back rock in the top 12, and going to have a little team discussion. Keogh's the one throwing the rock, so she really wants to know what Armstrong wants to do. And
Yeah, she wants to know what she's thinking.
Exactly,
So that
yeah.
at least she knows the plan.
So, and you have to discuss all these options, and then do your decision. Then have that one shot, like we said earlier, that you decide on one shot, and that's the only shot you got in your mind when you go down there and throw it.
That's right.
So, decisions have been made. I think they're going after that top blue.
Did they show the guard, Mickey, or the one that's in the rings? The one in the
where
rings?
she's at.
Okay.
I think that's the shot that they first indicated, or Armstrong did, and
Well, that, yeah.
then she looked at other options, and
That's right. That could be a savior for her, because if she can hit that and just roll behind her those two yellow corner guards,
exactly, yeah.
you know, she could be looking at taking more than one.
Again, that center line guard, it would still be there, but then again, you still would have a similar shot if Sylvie would put one back there.
Exactly. This is Jillian Keogh.
Throw that nice control weight.
Control weight.
Yeah, it's curling.
Got to get by the guard.
Oh, it
Okay,
is
bye.
curling. Oh, it's
Oh man, just
butt.
clip the guard. There you go.
Some sort of
Is
results.
that staying in? Is that through? It's just through the rings, isn't
It's
it?
just through, or no, it could be biting.
Just a
the back
biter.
there,
Oh well, you know what?
Yep, they can hurt.
That could be a savior. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be a savior for her.
Yeah, they could
But I
hurt.
think,
They would take one miss by Sylvie. She's
Yeah.
come down and throw her first rock. Or,
Sylvie's had her draw weight pretty well the whole
Pretty
game.
much,
So Sylvie
pretty much,
is
yeah.
looking at bringing one in around that corner, that top guard, and the
and the 12-foot one.
and the 12-foot one as well.
Put her right on in front of the tee line. What's important here is to be on the top side of the tee line where you don't want to give that space for the other team to draw. And if you're back four or something like that, the other team just follows you down there and takes control. So top four would be a beautiful shot right here.
You got the umpire? Oh, you're on here. Disregard. You have the sheet. Disregard.
Try and get you a time on there.
This is Sylvie's first rock.
Yeah.
Looking to draw one in. Top four.
Line looks pretty good.
Line looks really good.
Or it's really taking off now. You got to buy the first guard.
15.5. Should be pretty close because
Yeah, 15.5.
Oh.
But it's on the other
just
one.
clip the other one.
Well, she's blocking that draw to the 4-foot.
Now I don't know if Jennifer can get both of those out if she, because they're almost beside each other. The
It
one that
looks like
Sylvie
they
put
are,
there
yeah.
is just ahead of the other one. So, but she might not want to try to take both out right now. It looks like she wants to try to hit, maybe roll a
Hit
bit
and roll.
behind.
She's indicating a hit and roll, so we'll see what happens. Advantage for Robichaud, she always has that the one on the left side to bump in. Or
Because if you're Jennifer Armstrong, you don't want to give up a steal here either.
no.
So she's having a look at that, so trying to take a couple herself. Then she may be forced to take one as well, depending on
Well,
where
that would
these
be Sylvie's
rocks-
advantage there.
Exactly.
She'd be coming home down one with the hammer. It's a good position to be.
Yep. Now this looks like a softer
Looks like
weight.
it's really curling, no?
Yeah, softer weight, not as much of a handle on
He's
it.
going to get a hit, but
No. Hit and stick, that's all right.
yep. Now if Sylvie
those
went
can
up to
be-
hit that, I don't think her shot would be in the house.
Yeah, because as far
So
as
I
Jennifer
think,
goes, those can still be split on too, depending what Sylvie does with her last rock here.
Right.
So Sylvie's looking at possibly raising hers or
Yeah,
splitting
exactly,
hers
yeah.
on.
She could hit anywhere as there wouldn't be an open hit if she hit that rock that they're tapping now and split them. So that rock would go behind those two yellow ones. There wouldn't be an open hit, there'd be a raise, and I think they would open a draw though.
But depending how far she would raise it, Jennifer might have the split as well. It depends
Exactly.
where, once Sylvie's done with this rock, it depends where the rocks
Yeah, exactly.
end up.
But she's, right now she's forcing Armstrong to take one at the end.
That's right.
Or give one. And then again it'd be Sylvie's, Robichaud's advantage to have the hammer coming home.
That's right.
Down one, but they say your last shot is the tie and or the winner. Robichaud. She just drew here, so she has a pretty
So she
good
knows.
feel for what.
Yeah, she knows the path. She knows the weight.
Yep.
So we'll. And Sylvie's has had really good draw weight pretty well all week. So.
The sweepers are kind of like not.
They don't want to touch it.
No.
A little bit heavy.
14-9, being back at the house somewhere, or that would have been a real nice split, but biting the back eight.
So she's sitting 1 and 2, so she's going to force Jennifer to try to take one. So Jennifer's going to have to raise her own
It kind of looks what the
back, and she's got to be raise it into the 8 foot.
Yeah. Throwing the draw on that side, you're risking over curling, and
That's right.
and they've been curling very, very well from outside the 4 foot
right.
line
Yeah.
and in.
Yeah. This is the right side to go on as
It's
far
a
as
much safer shot. And,
yes, raising her own in.
yeah.
Coming in on the other side is too much of a risk to
Oh, I think so.
hit Sylvie's rock and give it up too.
Exactly. She throws the same weight that Sylvie just threw there, a 14-second split. It looks the sweepers are going at it now, and more
They
for
gotta go.
line calling.
Gotta go hard.
Yeah. Though they're off of it now, it looks pretty good.
Pretty good, as long as it's not. No.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
They're indicating, good shot, right to the tee line.
So you are watching the 2018 New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of Hearts, the final round robin draw of 16 round robin, and you're watching 5 TV. And the score after 9 ends is Jennifer Armstrong 6, Sylvie Robichaud 5. And in the other game that we're watching, they're down to Skips Rocks, I believe. And Justine Como is leading Sarah Mallet 3-2 after 9 ends. And Justine Como has the hammer. So it looks like Skips Rocks. I can't see the rocks on at the other end.
No, I can't either.
I'm not sure if this will be Carol's second shot or
There's
Sarah's
4
first.
Skips Rocks to come, so 2 each.
Oh, I guess it's Sarah's first shot over
Como
there.
still has the hammer over there. So.
Yep.
Does Sylvie have any timeouts?
So the first rock at a 10-10.
Both timeouts? Yep.
I missed a call. I was looking at the other game, but
So stats are still pretty close. Team Robichaud curling at 83% and Team Armstrong at 76%.
looks like a nice tight guard.
So stats are an indication. Oftentimes the hard shots, it's very difficult to score as well.
Exactly. Also an indication that Armstrong wants to win this game, this end here.
Yes, exactly.
She would have wanted to force Sylvie. She'd have been in the house. So. Here comes Kendra's first rock for a corner guard.
Yeah, over 5 each.
Looks like they're going to get their corner guard. And
Get the corner guard. Yep. So it's going to be an interesting finish.
very.
Mickey.
And you get rocks in play, 10-10. Armstrong coming right in.
Yeah, Jennifer looking at utilizing her front stone and coming right around that. So
Right
going
around it,
right
yeah.
in on the attack.
Being aggressive right from the start. I kind of like the second guard myself, but everybody's different options. You can pick one or the other. And
Depends what's going to work for you. Just a nibbler.
it's just biting the top 12. Sylvie looking at hitting that one. I don't mind hitting it and flopping over to be a second guard, but or drawing around her
Another
corner
option.
guard. I like
She's got
this
a
shot right
few
here.
options here, so she and
Yeah.
Alyssa are having a discussion as to
Yep.
what they want to do. So Sylvie looking
Looks
at
like they're drawing around their corner guard.
drawing around her corner guard.
Armstrong will have options to even bump one of
She's
those
got,
up or go around it. So
Exactly. She's
that's why I
got
kind
a
of like hitting that
few options
that
there.
yellow and rolling over as another corner guard.
Uh-huh.
So they're sweeping it pretty good, although it looks
Your weight looks
Lots of
pretty
weight.
good. A lot of room.
not curling as much. Coming
Finishing
now.
a bit at the end,
Finishing,
though.
yeah.
There it goes, yeah.
Very nice weight.
Perfect.
Good shot for
So I
Kendra.
think she can only see about a half,
Yeah.
possibly.
She's Armstrong hitting this one. And with this curl at half a rocket, it's not a big height.
Nicely done.
And then rolls
Jamie,
out, or right
that was-
back to
That was really nice weight because
Yes,
you needed
exactly.
to throw that lighter weight in order to
Yes.
give it a chance to curl around that guard. So
Exactly.
that was really nicely done by Jamie.
give it to the sweepers, you know. If it curls too much, then the sweepers are working for you. Nico's first rock, trying to draw around that corner guard. Again, it seems to be curling quite a bit. Looks a little
Looks
heavy.
heavier, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it looks like she's going to rub
Gonna
off that
rub off
one there
and roll
right to the top and behind the two guards.
behind the front guards
And top
on
of
the
the tee
button.
line. With the curl in this ice, I think that that's possible. It looks like she's going for the race
for the run back.
takeout.
Yeah. So Jamie Ward throwing her second shot, looking at running that one that's just off center.
Right.
Nose hit should do it.
Good throw. Got to curl a
Gotta
little
let
bit.
it curl. It's not moving.
No, not at all.
Oh, there it goes
Yeah,
at the very
there it
end.
is.
Nice shot.
Beauty.
Nice shot.
Well hidden. I don't think you can come around anything there and bump it out. But
No. So she's got a.
Sylvia has the same type of option. And
So we're down to the Sarah Malay's last rock in the 10th end over in the other sheet, and
she's looking at a couple
she's
here.
looking at a couple on the button. So we'll just keep you posted.
That looks pretty
Pressure's
good. The
going at
sweepers
it.
are
Looks
going
like
really
they're-
hard at it.
Don't know if she's by the guard. No.
Oh, no. So I think
So it's a win by
all
Justine
the ifs we
Como
had, all the ifs we had before are coming into play.
coming into play. So there will be a tiebreaker.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
it's
Moved everything.
yeah, exactly. So kind of open the center, the 4-foot area, the way you want to see it. If you got hammer and.
So just to bring you up to date on that other game, Justine Como has defeated Sarah Mallet. So there will be 3 teams tied with a 4-1 record. Or no, 3-2, sorry. 3-2 record. And there will be a tiebreaker, but I'm not sure it will depend on this game who's playing when and who's playing this evening. So this evening's draw will be at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
One of these 2 teams is going to finish at 4-1.
Yeah. So whoever wins here goes into the finals, right?
Whoever wins here, I think, goes into the final. Right?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like it. Let's not make that official, but here.
No, but it is because Sarah Mallet's got 2 losses, Justine Como's got 2 losses, and one of these 2 teams will have 2 losses. So the winner of this game is going to the finals.
Okay. Again, Armstrong opting to open the sheet right up. Very happy to give Robichaud a chance at 1 at the end only, and some good shooting to keep it very clean by the Armstrong team. And trying to that back one, playing for her too. Melissa Adams' first shot.
So she's looking at freezing.
Looks a little
heavy, doesn't she?
A little warm, but you get it to curl, it'll be all right.
Oh. Touched it over in the open.
A little heavy. But as long as the rocks are behind the tee line, Sylvie will always have that option of freezing to one of them.
That's right. So Jennifer asking Jillian to remove this rock in the back of the rings because that's
hit and roll to our right, which is
it spells trouble. Nice weight by Jillian.
Yeah. Looks like she's going to roll the other way, but
she's going to group them. She's going to give Sylvia a little bit of a pocket there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hard one though, but
very tough. But she's going for that shot again.
Sylvia asking Melissa to freeze on
second shot at it.
The shot rock.
So last time her first rock was a little heavy on it, but a lot of curlers have a thought, you're heavy, you got to take a lot off, but you just have to throw that right weight.
Exactly. Brush is not just following it down, not laying a brush to it, so it's got a
14 is a little long. If she can hit that back one, well, she's still number 1, but the pocket's a little different, but still there.
Still there.
Armstrong looking maybe to hit hers and the blue one out. So they're kind of like playing a double. But I think the blue is the necessary one.
Yeah, she doesn't want to leave too much of a big pocket there for Sylvie to sit in, but
yes, exactly.
So we'll see. Ideally for her would be to try try to spread hers out a little bit. Because
Exactly,
if you
yeah,
create a wall back there,
Yeah, if she can make this hit the yellow first and the
Yeah.
blue, then she's going to separate the two yellows that are going to be left, the shooter and the other yellow in the
exactly.
12 foot. So there'd be no pocket there. There'd be a rock to freeze to, but no pocket.
Yeah. And Sylvie's had her draw weight all day, so it's
Yes.
so she's got that pocket to draw to. So I think Jillian's giving Jennifer a few other options here, but Jennifer's sticking with her initial thought of coming in on her out turn.
I think she shortened her room a little bit. Make sure she hits that blue.
Oh, brushes on right away.
Yep.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Brushes on it
Just
right away to
glue
try
and
to
roll
keep
out.
it straight. So it's going to stick in the back of the rings. So Sylvie still has a pocket
Yep.
to sit into. So if she sits right in that pocket,
She wants to go for that 2.
Yep,
Also wants to end the game here
exactly.
in the 10-10. Of course, any team would want to win in the 10-10. So.
Yes, that's right. You never know what's going to happen right in the extra end. So there will be another game this evening, a tiebreaker at 7 p.m. We're just not sure who yet. I'm thinking Justine Como will be playing, but as far as her opponent is going to depend on this game.
This is between those 3 teams, so Robichaud, Armstrong, and Como.
Well, Robichaud.
Of course,
No, the winner of
but
this
that's
game. Here.
also 3 and 2.
Yeah.
So there's going to be 3 teams at 3 and 2.
Yes. However, if Jennifer wins this game, that leaves Sylvie at 3 and 2, and Sarah Mallet has beaten Sylvie. So it all
Yes,
depends
exactly,
on
yeah, right,
it all
yeah.
depends on the outcome
We're
of
working
this
hard
game.
to keep this in front of the other ones,
Yeah.
and it looks like a really good shot.
Oh wow,
Beautiful shot.
nice weight.
Hard to take that one out.
So Sylvie's had her draw all day, as
Yeah.
we were saying. So it's a
It's a key shot right there.
key shot. Yep.
Ideally, I think it would be to hit that and stick it right there, or she's going to try that same
She's
freeze.
going to try to freeze right up to it. Trying that rock
Yeah.
would be very difficult to remove. It would just be. I would call it a Kevin Cooey pick. He could get that out. However, not too many people would be able to get that rock out.
No, I don't think so.
So Jennifer's looking at sitting right on top of that rock. So
Yes,
very, very important
and
shot.
she has to have it
for her.
slightly on the inside so she can be number 1.
Absolutely.
It's a very, very important shot. It looks like she's taking a little tighter ice than Sylvie took on hers. Here it comes now. Sweepers are on it.
So this is Jennifer Armstrong's last shot in the 10th in.
Yeah. That's not a draw, it's a little tap.
Little tap, yeah. Oh,
So, who's number who's number 2?
I wonder if she really wanted to tap that back, Mickey, in
I
order
think
to
tap it back and stay
to
right in
make-
front of that blue would have been,
Yeah.
as long as she was number 1. She is number 1, but
but to, yeah, but who's number 2? See, maybe
what
this
is
is what she was looking at too.
at
It's
this angle, I'm not sure. It looks like yellow, really, but
hard to tell.
the sticks will tell. So she's going to hit. She's hitting stick there. Oh, it looks like you're calling for a timeout.
looking for a timeout, but they probably just want to give her more time.
Exactly. Just relax.
She's down to
Yeah.
about a minute and 20 seconds, so she just wants some time to take her time and throw this rock. So
Just no pressure, no thinking about the time. It's just
it's not a coach's. They don't want the coach to
no.
come out. So
but she still had over a minute to throw it. So
yeah, but this just gives her a little bit more breathing room.
yeah.
So this is last rock in the 10th end for
Yep.
Sylvie Robichaud, and she needs to.
Looks like a nice control takeout again. Calling the sweepers on it. Oh, looks very good. And now
Nice shot.
is it 2 or is it 1?
Oh, they're shaking
It's a
hands, so
handshake,
it's 2.
so Sylvie comes away with the win and 4-1
So
record.
Sylvie has a bye to the finals.
Yep. And Armstrong and Mala, 3-2. And
I don't think I want to guess who's in the tiebreaker. I know it's Justine Como, but it all depends. I'm not sure.
we'll leave it up to the
We'll leave
committee.
it up to the committee, and I'm guessing it's Sarah Mulley, but I'm not 100%
have no
sure.
idea,
I think
really.
it's a
Just,
head-to-head record. So just check on the website to see who will be playing in the tiebreakers. So on behalf of Mickey Mazerow, my name is Marianne Power, and we thank you very much for joining the broadcast on 5 TV1, the 2018 New Brunswick Scotties Tournament of the Hearts from Moncton, New Brunswick. And the next game will be at 7 o'clock this evening. And see you then.